Hello. It's actually wild that the moment I go live, somebody talks about horse cock. What is this? Hello. Oh.
Cheese.
Hello, cheese man. Hello, hello. Okay, quick question. Can you guys hear the background music? Or is that just on my end? Because I'm not using Spotify anymore. Yeah? Okay, okay, good, good. Thank you. Hi, Limey. Hello. How is everyone? Oh, you were playing Party Animals and I missed it? When did that happen? Tell me. I kind of hate that Twitch doesn't give me the notifications from people I actually want to get the notifications from. Stream Elements, shut the fuck up. No, you're gonna get your shout out. You know what, Limey? Just for that, I'm gonna give you the big shout out too. Just for that. It was at 4 AM tonight. Why do you... What's your sleep schedule, man? What is that sleep schedule of yours? You need to get a better sleep schedule. Hi, Fuzzy. Hello, hello. How are you? Thank you for the streaks, guys. Is everyone doing well today? I'm very excited to go back to selling drugs and doing drugs and stealing drugs and fantasizing yaoi fanfictions about the Benzies. What? What?
I am the storm that is approaching, provoking black clouds isolate.
Hello! Hello, Raiders! Welcome in! Hello, hello! I just started out. We're gonna play Schedule 1 today. Hi! Hello, Demi! Thank you so much for the raid! What were you up to? Let me see. Were you just chatting? Yeah. Thank you for the raid, Demi. Welcome in, Raiders. I am Ellie. I am a mad cow VTuber. And I give lobotomies. That's about it. And today we do drugs. Thank you for the raid, Demi. I hope you had a good stream. I follow you, right? Of course I do, yeah. Okay, I had to make sure. Because Twitch sometimes unfollows me from people now. Yay, Dwax, yeah. I hope you had a good stream. If you need to do any, you know, after stream care, all of that good stuff, please go ahead. You don't have to stick around if you have stuff to do. Rest up, you deserve it. Also, Fuzzy, do you mean the raid alert? You've never seen the raid alert, Fuzzy? Hold on, Demi. I'm gonna give you a shout out. A big one. You were ballooning it? Let's go. Never? Really? Wow. Well, then again, I don't stream often, do I? And not often enough to get a lot of raids anyways. But yeah, that's the raid alert. I made it myself. And I hired someone on Fiverr to do, like, the Kermit singing. It was a whole process, but I'm very proud of it. Are you working right now? Good luck. Good luck, Limey. I hope it goes well. But yes, oh, hi Mono. Hi Mono. Thank you for the head pad. Sorry, I kind of missed that. Did that pop up? Did the head pad pop up? It better did. Hold on. Let me try something else. Let me try the idiot sandwich. Okay.
An idiot sandwich.
It popped. Yeah, thank you. Because my mix-it-up has been it has been acting up a little bit. So I just want to make sure everything works. at least that one works. Mono, how are you? It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. But yeah, we're not gonna do a lot of yapping today. We're doing drugs today. Wait, let me start the game already. Like yesterday, if the stream crashes, I will be back. Because I don't know how many programs I can have open before something crashes. So today is, you know, one of those. Oh, let me get the background music down. But today is one of those stress test days, I guess. Doing great. Just doing a bit of sticker planning. Oh, hell yeah, that's so fun. Hell yeah. I love stickers. Major drugs are about to go into circulation today. In-game. Just in-game. Just, you know, just in-game. Also, I made an extra asset just for Schedule 1. Look at all that grass. Isn't it beautiful? I thought it was very fitting. I was like, you know what? I need something Schedule 1 related. Oh, speaking of Schedule 1, hold on. I'm gonna need to change my Fugi before. Oh, also, hold on. Are people in the Discord already? Yeah, they are. Hold on. Let me get Discord open as well. Hold on. They're already yapping. I'm being left out. Give me a second. I need to get the Discord stuff set up. Oh, that's my Fugi. That's not what I want. There they are. Oh, hold on. I need to. Okay, you know what? I'm unmute in Discord, and we'll see if we can actually hear them. Hello? Hello? What the fuck? Hello? What was that all about? Hold on. Give me just a second real quick. Hold on. Okay, can you repeat that?
So someone in the chat told me I should ask you about the horsecock sword in Final Fantasy.
Guys, it's terrible. Hold on,
Can you please
how are you
elaborate?
doing? Yeah, I will. God damn it, Ahmad, what did you do?
Damn, would be. I want to know what's going on.
Yeah, I will. Hold on.
Change
Oh
my
my god.
Fugi.
Okay, hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna
I
have
need
to
to change my
Fugi real
Fugi to my
quick.
wheat Fugi.
Hold on. Let me change my Fugi real quick, and then I show you
Dude,
the
I'm I'm so jealous, but in like a nice way of your like PNG model, dude. I fucking laugh at art style.
Me too. I'm so happy that Alpha gave me that. It's a very nice gift.
Yeah, I want to reach out to the artist and be like, hey, when are you opening again?
Please open again. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna have to see that people can.
Isn't today Ellie's birthday? Yeah, happy birthday, Ellie.
Oh god, that got me so off guard that I just splashed myself with Pepsi.
I fucking hate it here.
Oh
Tell
no!
them. Oh yeah. That artist did that in 3 days, by the way, like super fast.
Dude, I want it.
Oh,
I'm gonna sell all my Pokemon cards for that. I mean, it's not that expensive, but I'm like hardcore broke.
Yeah.
you know what?
I feel you.
Me too.
I feel you.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Yesterday-
another thing in common. We must be siblings. Oh my god, I hate myself.
After yesterday, I'm like fucking dirt poor right now.
I mean, you definitely, yeah, but at least you have something cool now. You gotta tell me how that one is, because I might have had my eye on it as well for like a big purchase maybe next year.
Yeah, I will.
Wait, what?
I got my
tablet.
I got my display tablet.
That's sick.
I'm gonna be a pro artist now, guys.
Okay,
Oh my
I didn't
god.
want
I'm
to
gonna
do this, but I guess-
propose.
Hold on.
I just sent you the ref stuff.
Did gimme?
But
Give it.
I'm gonna do it later. I wanted to do it yesterday, but like after stream I was hungry, so I made food, and while eating, I watched like one episode of anime, and when I just continued watching, and suddenly it was 6 a.m. You know? Wow! What a surprise!
What a surprise indeed.
Send it to me whenever. I
I'ma
have
put
the
I'ma
quoted
put the
phrase.
horse cock on stream real quick so people can see it.
Huh?
So
I want to. Hang
Hold
on.
on. I'm gonna send it. I'm gonna send it to you in the group chat in a second. But
Okay.
So we have new weapons in Final Fantasy XIV. They are really cute, like magical girl themed, right? Which makes this even worse.
Horse girl theme,
I
really.
think this is the katana, and the handle.
Oh my god.
Wait, I don't see it.
Wait. I'll send it.
Oh no!
That's awful, dude.
I'm gonna send this to my friend who's still actively playing and be like, when are you getting this?
You cannot tell me that doesn't look like a horse cock. Like, wait, because it's such a cute. It's such a cute theme too, right? Like a magical girl, you would. Actually,
The whole thing is just.
somebody was like, at least it's flared, I guess. But what the fuck?
How many people did that
That's
have to go through
insane.
to be approved and put in the game?
Man, I don't know.
That is
but...
insane.
So yeah, that is that's that. I'm gonna put that away now.
That's crazy. Yeah, put that horse cock away.
Oh my
Crazy
god.
that you're showing such a thing. Wait, I gotta do something. Give me a
That
second.
is a design choice, yeah, it really is. How would you know what a horse cock looks like though? Who doesn't know that?
Yeah.
Have you never seen?
Have you never
Have you
seen
never
two
watched
guys, one
Spirit?
horse? Oh.
Oh.
Hang on. Well, hang on. Time out for a second. Jesus Christ. Christ, dude.
So what's worse? My answer or Ellie's answer?
Where did you see that in Spirit? Is my fucking question.
Well, you should know.
Anyways, sure, chat.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Let me start Chrome.
I'm gonna
Crazy.
shit myself.
Maybe I should get a blunt.
Oh,
But
Jesus
maybe we definitely
Christ.
have to do that, you know. Play a
Yeah.
game.
Cock
Well.
cocks? I never seen a cock.
Oh, what?
You know, a rooster cock, I
Alter.
guess.
Alter,
I don't-
Oh.
Ellie, entspann dich mal.
Ich bin entspannt. What the fuck?
No, you're not. You talk about
That's
cock and
why.
all. That's so lewd.
Man, that's not even my fault. I
Evelyn!
didn't start it.
We still need to teach Nippy German swear words.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
You know, it's
one.
Oh, tell us.
Nice.
Oh, cancelled.
Let's go.
Let's fucking go.
I've seen a peacock. Oh, that's just like big fancy bird, right?
Ew.
Those are terrifying when they can't come up close
Should
to
they
you.
are?
I'm
They
scared.
are.
Wait, did my Fugi change? I didn't ask.
Yours changed. Nippy's
Okay.
didn't.
Cool.
I didn't change mine.
Okay, I'm gonna invite you to her.
Okay.
With that, I mean, click on the link yourself.
Yeah.
He hates us.
Wow, you sounded so old for a second.
I am old. I'm old.
Oh, old.
Graying, crippled, all of the good stuff.
Doop, doop. You know what's bad? My Chrome browser is in German, so like the entirety of Twitch is in German for me in Chrome, and it's like I'm having such struggles to like find the right buttons.
No, me too. And I wish it would like stay changed when I change it to English. But somehow it keeps changing back.
Yeah.
Hello,
Hello,
Stepchat. It's crazy.
Yeah, chat, you have fun with each other, okay? We need to sell drugs. I should maybe start the game, you know?
Wait, I'm gonna switch to my chibi. I want to match with Nibby.
We're gonna match.
We're gonna match.
I don't have one.
Just look really cute.
You don't have to try. Where is my
Thanks,
chibi?
I just made when you said that.
Never mind. Maybe you do.
You swiped me there. It's beautiful.
Oh, perfection.
Ellie, you're too short.
It was so big.
So
I
short.
would just play the game like this.
I think we should call her Shorty, you know?
Oh,
This is gameplay.
oh,
now.
hang on. Wait, hang on. Let me match your vibe. Hang on.
Insane.
All right.
Hell yeah.
I'm ready.
Let's go. Let me start the game. I should do that.
Might be a good idea. Did we
On
all
snacks.
we all forget to open the game?
Maybe.
Yeah. Did you
See,
did you
everyone's
see the
starting
amount
it
of
up.
food I had before the stream so I don't get
Yeah.
hungry so fast?
Yeah, it looks so
Yeah.
good too.
Dude, it was like a freaking Froster frozen meal for $3.99.
What?
I just made more pasta for it.
Huh?
Oh. Oh.
I always forget to open my game, Fuzzy. It's a problem,
Imagine playing games on twitch.tv,
right?
What?
Cringe.
right?
I should also probably be online. That would help.
Guys,
We're
where
professional
are we gonna
streamers,
put
guys.
Ellie and Nibby? Let's put them in a corner here.
What? No, I don't want to be in the corner. I was good.
Yeah.
I've been well behaved.
I don't know about that.
Are you sure about that?
I saw you stealing nuggets at McDonald's recently.
No, you didn't. That wasn't me.
Yeah.
You had no proof of that.
I saw you, well.
Why can't
No.
I hear my game?
Yes.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. Yes, I did.
No, you didn't. You didn't.
I even
That wasn't me.
found a picture. I even took a
Send
picture.
it.
Mom and Dad
Okay.
are fighting again, guys.
Shut up. Go into your room.
Alright,
Here. I saw you because that was when you were working there, okay? Yes. I took a picture of you.
Okay, show me.
Maybe.
Oh,
So,
shit! She got me. Hang on, let me
What the
put it
fuck?
up. Let me put it on stream
My
so they
bad,
can
Fuzzy.
see
I'm
it.
sorry. I'm sorry. It was
Guys,
really
I'm gonna
loud.
show you. I'm gonna show you the image.
Wait, let me pull it up so they can see it. Oh my god.
Oh my god, why is everything downloading nowadays as a fucking JFIF?
I can't.
What is this shit ass file type? Where are my PNGs?
Do I look like I know what a JPEG is?
Gotta go touch grass before the sun goes down. Thank you for being here, Yumi.
Oh my god, I sneezed
Fuzzy,
so
is this
hard.
better? I'm sorry for blowing your ears out. Wait, let me come back.
Louder.
No.
Louder.
Okay, guys, here, this image is Nibby at McDonald's. Look,
I can't believe
guys, this is
you
Nibby.
just... I can't believe you doxing me like that.
Yeah, I'm doxing her. Look, guys. Give her an easel hat.
Hold on.
You know, good old classroom stuff. Oh my god, yes. But look, guys, that's Nibby.
There, that should be better, Fuzzy.
Doxed. Ellie, she's doxing me.
What an adorable
rest
cat.
in
Yeah, that's
peace.
Nibby.
That is much better. Okay, thank you,
Doxing.
Fuzzy. Sorry again.
Dude, it's actually so cute, dude. It's very adorable. Okay, should we sell drugs?
Yeah. Also, guys, if my mic starts sounding weird in Discord, let me know, because I think it's slowly breaking. It's slowly dying.
Oh.
So
I
I'll
don't have
to
an old mic
unplug
I
and
can send
replug
you.
it.
Continue. Oh, how was it called again?
I
Which
don't-
ones do you
I
have? Oh, we were
forgot
the
those.
virgins one. We were virgins.
Yeah. The
What?
virgins. That's us.
That's what she named our business.
It's crazy.
That's the VTube being seen by you. Just a bunch of virgins. Because we don't
But-
leave our
but
house.
Okay. I can pretend.
What? You're saying you met people? Liar.
I'm-
Fake.
I might be saying that I'm married.
Fake. Fake VTuber.
But daughter, I hope you're doing well. Hello, hello.
I still got VR chat open. How can it be that Resident Evil Requiem is more optimized than Schedule 1?
You're future
That's
proofing
crazy.
right now. Okay, what the fuck were we making? Yoomster.
kinds
That's
of
what
Where's
we were
Where's
making.
Ellie? Oh, never mind.
Here,
She doesn't
what
have
the
a
fuck?
funny hairstyle anymore.
What do you mean?
Wait, how can I? Oh, there. V. Okay.
B.
I like that
You're
we
like
always
me.
huddle. I like that we always huddle around this trash can like homeless people.
Right? It's like the reading spot.
No, that's just Twitter.
Wish we
True.
could put fire in there.
Let me in.
No.
Don't watch me. I'm taking a dump.
Why are you doing it in our trash can? I'm out of here. What the
my
fuck?
What the fuck happened?
It's
Hello?
at the car.
Ellie was driving.
I wasn't driving this car. I
God.
drive
Oh, God.
my skateboard. Oh my god, I think this is
Up.
stuck, guys.
Up.
Wait. Oh my god, who did this?
Chat. No one say it.
Oh shit, do we still
I'm gonna
have
do
stuff
counter
Well,
offer.
for sale?
Okay, I'm gonna go to the guy and
Mhm.
say that our vehicle is stuck, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah. Please don't do the same with your skateboard, okay?
I don't think that works like that.
Game's
It's
so
in the Bucket Street
laggy.
is crazy. Is it?
It's laggy for you?
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah, it's
do
super
you wanna
laggy for me.
restart?
Nah, but like I'm having frame rate drops on that shit.
What the hell?
I'm fine, I'm stable.
Yeah, me too.
This
It's
time.
Very
smooth.
weird.
Yeah. I want to grow shrooms today.
Yeah?
That's the plan.
Do we have
Rocks.
Shroom Boy? Town is he in?
Okay, I unstuck the car.
Look at them all buying drugs. Let's go. It would be so rich. Maybe we can drive to them about Foxy and Redactor Lady. I can
I
drive.
don't like driving.
I can drive. Like I got truck simulator and I got the steering wheel. And I think Mirain here can also confirm that I can drive. I can drive so good, but I can crash on command.
Well, I think,
I can attest to your skills. See, I can drive.
I only
think
like
every-
driving. What the
Oh.
fuck? What the fuck, dude? I only like driving forklifts. That's the only thing I can drive properly. What the fuck?
Jesus.
Stop shooting at me.
You stabbed me.
Nippy. You punched me
Oh,
first. You started
nice.
it.
It was
You
an
started
accident. It was
it.
a misinput.
you go down!
Don't touch me. What the fuck?
Nah, Nibi's got a challenge to Kratos in a moment. Just be like, boy.
Oh, Ellie, I don't know what level it unlocks at, but the golden gun that I told you about is in this branch. It's in the stable branch now.
Oh, okay.
Golden gun?
Cool.
Wait, what?
The piss
what?
gun.
The
We
piss-
have a
The
piss gun now.
You guys have
Where?
the piss board, and now you have the piss gun.
Where?
I don't know. Where we get guns, I
I'm
guess.
sure we can. Maybe we can. Nah, we can buy it. Well, I guess at the store where you can buy all the gold stuff, right? Maybe.
It's gotta be with like the weapon. Why the fuck did my Nightbot just snipe your Kofi thing?
What the fuck? You know what? No, deserved. I don't want Kofi to do that. Absolutely deserved.
Damn. Mods ban Ellie.
No, what the hell?
Spamming
what if-
donor links in our chat.
What if Ellie is mod?
I am mod.
Whoa. I had some McDonald's.
I think I see how the car got stuck.
And there's no way you did it again. Did you do it again?
She's just standing on it.
Guys,
Tilted the
I
whole
might
car.
have had McDonald's a couple
no
times this
way.
week.
My God. It's up on the fence again, dude.
Okay, yeah, see, it was not me. That's insane.
What do you mean? Where the fuck is it stuck? Oh my god, look! It can do a wheelie!
Oh my
I think
God.
it's supposed to do
How
it.
many
Very slow,
cars
but
are
it
supposed
is
to do
moving.
that?
That's fine, don't worry about it.
Okay, where were we last time?
Drugs.
I know where I was.
Drugs. Oh yeah, I want to get.
I need tons of kush.
Is everyone just getting OG today? Or
I think we only have OG.
Yeah,
oh, we have Yoomster.
True.
Oh. Well, I guess we don't like Yoomster.
Are we
But
selling
Yoomster-
Just sad.
Yoomster's not on the market right now. That's why.
Yeah, it takes me forever to make it. I'm scared of the demand.
How much weed? How much kush do we have? Oh, we got a bit. A bit.
A bit.
A bit.
A wee bit.
A bit. Mm. Smug Fox returns. That's me. Hi, Arch. How you doing? I feel high. Want some more? We're selling drugs.
Ah. Thank you, Fuzzy.
Eugene.
I will hydrate.
Mm.
Hmm.
All right. My God, dude, look at the list. Oh, Geraldine is ordering weed.
Geraldine!
Geraldine. What a champ.
I'm gonna clear my entire inventory. Wait, no. They're like the gang is sometimes attacking, right?
Yeah, just carry weapon on, don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, it used to be separate, Fuzzy, but I removed it. I guess combining both of them is better for me anyways. Because it reminds me of both at the same time.
Yeah.
The one,
Ludwig.
the only?
Yeah.
Can't
Oh my
believe
God. You know, like how Chris and Connor, you know, CDoc Vienna brought to Japan, always do like cyclothons?
Mm-hmm.
They announced
How do
the
I
one for
cyclone?
this year. It's starting this week on the 5th, right? You know
Mhm.
who one of the guests is, who is completely unexpected?
Wait, who?
Jay Schlatt.
Hawk.
Flat on a bicycle in Japan. Dude,
You know what, why not?
this will be hilarious. Hmm. So what's new since the last time we played?
I
They
think we have
added
weather
some
now.
more. Yeah, there's weather. They added more police patrol points. They added some more
Oh.
weapons. They added. I'm definitely not opening up Steam right now to double check.
Fuzzy, don't call me out
They
like that.
fixed up the delivery app so it's easier to reorder ingredients.
Oh. Hi, Captain. Why are you bonking me? I'm gonna cry.
And they added new storage stuff and everything too.
Oh. How many businesses do we have? I know we have 2
right?
businesses, but did we have a third one?
I thought we had 3.
They added a
Oh, yeah,
sprinkler.
Wait,
Ooh.
that's good.
Okay, I'm gonna buy a couple.
Hi, Vixie.
Wait, no, we had 2. I'm just gonna talk to the guy.
Sprinkler.
Drive-by bonk. No, don't bonk me.
And they added the sewer system. Yeah, we have sewer keys.
The damn goblin killed me on stream, actually. Even though it wasn't even the goblin. The goblin didn't touch me. I don't know what killed me. Okay, no, we have 2 businesses. I think.
Oh, so there was only a total of 4.
I think so. We have the post office, right?
I don't remember.
Yeah, we have the post office.
Wait, what? Do you still test the Fox's skills? Skills include, but are not limited to, driving a truck into a car and successfully delivering a family of 4 to the Lord without agonizing time spent in hospital before passage to heaven. Yeah, and I did that for $20.
That's it. That's all their lives were worth.
Damn.
Listen. I had a few drinks while playing American Truck Simulator, and I said, guys, $20, and I drive into the next family of 4.
Insane.
And
Right.
well, suddenly my PayPal went off.
Right.
Okay,
Okay.
so for businesses, we can still buy the car wash thing and taco ticklers.
That's such a gay store.
What's that supposed to mean?
I'm pretty sure. I mean, I guess.
Supposed to mean?
Fox gonna make profit somehow when she sells. Yeah, exactly, guys.
So
I
she's
need money,
avoiding my
okay?
question.
She is.
I was answering chat. What's your question?
What's that supposed to mean? In reference to taco ticklers being gay.
Wait, my best friends IL told me that taco tickler is kind of like a term for lesbians.
No, you can tickle the taco when you're straight.
True. But imagine being straight.
Imagine.
OG kush. My god, I have to get so much weed. We have so many clients that they don't even show all.
You should
That's
have
true.
enough for tonight, I think.
Yeah, I think we
hope
have
so.
plenty.
Because you got everything here, and then I just got you at least 4 more stacks, and then we've got 3 here. You should have
I'm
enough.
gonna- I need
found
to join the
piss gun,
raffle.
Guys. It's 25k at the weapons dealer.
Was?
Mhm.
Wait,
Piss gun,
would you
piss
have
gun.
stacks?
We have weed stacks. We're
Wow.
on weed. I'm doing my job. You should be proud of me.
Oh, I'm very proud of you, Nippy.
Thank you.
It's quiet.
I love how I can tell when there's a raffle going on in your chat because I
Yeah,
just see
right?
you're gonna rig it, aren't you?
Wait, what? Got
Hyper
80
optimized
wheat
skills
with
on
me.
the chat. You know what? Fuzzy's right. You guys don't pay me overtime.
Blast, thank you so much
That's
for the
true.
1 year resub. Thank you. Imagine. How are you doing? Guys, Blast is here. He's going to bully me again.
Hello.
I think I need like more weed.
What are you talking about? Weed?
Do you have some? Do you have some in your inventory?
Do you know how much fucking weed is on these goddamn shelves right now?
There's a lot. We have
Where?
a lot, guys.
Everywhere.
Oh, dude,
Oh my
they're empty
God.
for me.
What do you mean
What do you
they're
mean they're
empty?
empty? What do you mean they're
Oh,
empty?
like
I'm gonna
here.
shit bricks. What do you mean they're empty?
Oh my god, I couldn't see it. Okay, I'm not wearing my glass.
Insane, bro.
Just make sure you guys are extra careful because there's extra police patrols out.
Yeah, I want to learn about them.
We should shoot them.
I mean,
I mean, that's your choice.
sure. Oh,
Bold the future so we can see with glasses. I can!
I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you stream without glasses.
I don't know how you do
Well,
that
I
without
press the live button and when I yap.
Yeah, but like I would like die from a headache after like 30 minutes.
Oh, I do.
trying
I
to
do.
Why do you do this to yourself?
So I don't have money for new glasses.
I mean, you don't need
But
new
sure,
glasses.
there must be parameters so you can tweak so your eyes don't bug out.
You
when you
have
put glasses
iPhone
on.
tracking. It works just fine with glasses.
No,
right?
no. The thing is, my glasses like they're not they reflect hard as fuck. So if I like use my glasses, like it doesn't see my eyes.
Just offset your lighting so it doesn't bounce off your glasses.
Yeah, you could do that. That's
I
what I did when I
can't.
had those shitty glasses before.
I only have a ceiling lamp behind me.
Behind you? That's
Get
crazy.
off-
Yeah.
You stream with the big light on? Oh my fucking
Yeah.
god.
Want me to turn it off or
You
what?
are a neurodivergence nightmare. That's all I'm gonna
What's
say.
wrong with having lights on?
Big light. I couldn't dream of streaming with the big light on. Oh my fucking god.
What's
No,
wrong with that?
I never have my big light on in general. It's terrible.
Like me and get contacts. I can't. I've naturally dry eyes, and I
Yeah, no,
can't be
yeah.
bothered to get like every day, like 3 times a day, eye drops. What are having lights? Ellie and Nivy are having issues with me using my ceiling light.
Because you stream with the big light
Yeah.
on. That's weird.
Why is that a problem? Light having a light on is actually
It's
good for your eyes.
wrong. I can't get out of
Having
here.
the lights. No, it's good for your eyes because if you
I
have
don't wanna-
issues in the dark, you know, you put more strain on
I
your eyes.
have a
I don't
desk
wanna-
lamp.
No offense,
Yeah, I
but I
don't.
don't want to hear anything about eye health from you. That's all I'm gonna say.
Listen, I'm doing damage control.
No, that's not how it works.
Oh my god.
I am terrified.
Okay, where's the other? Oh, wait, Ellie, do you have weed?
Yeah, I'm out dealing now.
Oh, me too. Where's my skateboard?
Be careful though, there's definitely new patrol points.
Yeah, I got a gun.
I'd rather you don't kill anyone, but I guess that works.
Yeah, but what if they have money?
The police officers are broke as fuck,
They're police officers. They don't get paid shit.
honestly.
I'll do the same as in
Why?
freaking American Truck Sim and be like, $20 and I go on a killing spree with the cops.
Oh.
You hear it, guys?
Insane.
Oh yeah, maybe should check where like all the customers are. I forgot how to play this game.
Yeah,
Too.
got some more baggies.
Wait, that's the bad way to go. Oh, you're here. Okay.
Mm,
I'm gonna go the other
Blast,
way
what are
then.
you up to?
Oh, shit. They saw me.
Just shoot him. Just got up. Good morning. Kitten. call all my mods
Okay.
kitten.
Mm-mm.
My friend Brad Crosby's a dealer.
No.
I'm like, yo, we unlocked a new dealer.
Yeah. But Brad sucks.
Yeah.
Shit.
I
Oh.
hate
Is
his
Brad the one that
stocks.
lives in the parking thing?
I don't know.
The one that lives in the tent in the parking ramp.
Bullshit.
Like that guy, he's
Yo.
weird.
Well, Skye has such low standards. I'm demanding a refund. No! I'm young and I need the money. And I'm desperate.
Aren't we all?
We don't say that on the internet.
Can you get the wanted fucking thing off me, please? That would be great.
Yeah, I would never start drama with the cops.
I would.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, we know. Okay, maybe now it goes away. Now that they sapped me one time.
So this is how it feels like when, like, you know, suddenly one of your friends is getting hunted down by the cops.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
At
For
least
once
I
it's
keep
not-
the cops off your ass. That works.
I got a gun. I wouldn't mind if I come closer. I'll be like, I'll express my freedom.
You'll express your freedom. Alright.
No.
America.
Cool.
I'm just on a stroll.
Did you know that I can actually prove that the in-game location is, as example, not France?
I mean,
They're not speaking
you would
French.
think so.
I mean,
You don't say. That is insane.
swear to God.
Well, I think it's the US because the Skye is
my
wearing a
nose is
cowboy hat. And that and the fact that it was super easy to buy a gun.
I mean,
Oh God, I should be a
it's
detective.
not necessary. I mean, it's not really that easy, though. It's still illegal.
This isn't Europe where a gun is like hacking a PvP server. What was that?
What the fuck was that?
That was
What do you
me being a genius. Okay, I've got 4 wheat left as well.
Oh, now
Okay.
OBS tells me what's visible in just my chat. That's really cool.
Oh,
What?
I need to go to behind Western Gas Mart. Ellie, do you have more weed?
I do. I just need the
Okay, you
cops
can
to
do
go
the
back
rest.
to their stations.
Should I shoot them for you?
I mean, you can.
Where
If you
are
see
you?
one, shoot them. I think I'm okay now. I just had like pretty much all of them up my ass for a minute there.
Wanted dead or alive? Oh no.
All I heard was the shooting. That's crazy.
Dude, I'm 1 HP.
Oh god. Don't get caught. Don't run into
Keep
me,
moving.
actually. I don't want them to.
Dude, I have 21k with me. If I die
I don't think that
George.
much of it.
and I don't have my skateboard.
Wait, I'm gonna give you.
They're still after me?
There you go.
Oh my god, holy shit, they're so fucking fast.
Yeah, they're really fast. They definitely increased the speed for them.
Dude, they did workout.
That's fun though. They were so easy to get rid of before. Cherry,
Oh my
you
God.
need to put on a short. I swear to God.
Oh no. I'm coming back. I'm coming back.
Hi, Crookie. There she goes
There she
drugging again.
goes
It's
drugging
crazy.
again.
Insane.
Hi, Crooked.
Cookie.
Thank you for the
Oh my God, I'm
resub, Crookie.
Let me in, 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 let me in. Thanks. Close the door.
Well, the cops aren't even.
Look what I'm doing. Look inside.
The cops
Let's
didn't even
go!
follow you up the road.
Hey, Nibby, hey, Nibby.
Yeah.
Look.
Wow.
How do I drop?
You can't drop anything. Oh, you
I'll
could just put it on a shelf.
Yeah, look here. Damn!
Ah,
Oh,
damn!
I'm an idiot.
A bucket
I made
is
a
super
copy of Foxy.
bulletproof. It
Oh, you
is.
can just put that in the Discord somewhere. In the highlights section, maybe.
Oh, the cops! The cops! Let me in, let me in, let me in, let me in. No! Open the door!
Get in here! Come here! Come here! Come here! Come here!
Excuse me.
Let's
for
go!
Just one moment.
Another one, Nibby!
What are these two doing?
Oh my god, please! Shoot him!
You're running too much!
Just fucking shoot him!
You're running left and right! Oh my god, stop running!
He's gonna get me!
Hey, hold on. There we go.
Got him!
Let's go! Oh. Grab his gun, grab his gun.
We can't go inside. I only have 4 bullets left.
Grab his gun, grab his gun.
Are you guys good?
Ye-
Is the
But
cop
he had
still
no
after
gun.
you?
Take, come here, come here.
I just...
Take it. Take it.
Oh, thanks.
Let's get the rest of them. Oh,
Which
I'm
fucks?
not wanted anymore.
I'm still.
Hey, Jesse.
Let's go!
Damn, Chassis, you have low standards. Alright.
Oh my god, just like me.
Not wrong.
Ah, I'm not wanted anymore.
Man.
I'm gonna start laundering some money.
Oh, I was gonna do the same. The laundromat thing is already laundering right now.
Oh yeah, post office as well.
Guys, I hate we live in a nice neighborhood now with less cops.
Right?
You're right. I feel so much better. Would be crazy if I take care of all the cops, you know? Yo.
Hi.
I
I
see.
wonder if we can still trap them with the
Why do you have a
car.
Mike Tyson tattoo?
Why not? It's cool. Why is there a penis sticking out of your shirt?
Reminds me of Greg in prison.
Oh, I see.
Wait, can I stand
Yeah.
on it? Wait.
Can you? Hold on.
Let's check. Right.
Oh no.
Nah.
No. Oh man, that's sad. That would have been cool.
Wait, I got money.
Me too. What are
Should
you
we start
doing
some
outside?
drama with the cops?
got a gun.
Wow.
Yeah, why
shot
you
a
outside
cop.
the building?
Yeah.
I think you forgot a bit about your duties. I think
But
you
I
had too
did
much
my
freedom in
duties.
Minecraft.
The weed is planted. It just can't grow because
Ellie,
it's
don't mind for body.
4 a.m. Don't mind the
Look around
torches.
over here.
We should put them in the wall.
No!
What? Can we not do
I
that?
just marked that.
Ellie, look behind the barn. Look behind the barn.
I
There's
would
another
put them
one.
under the. Wait. Oh my
Oh.
god.
Hello.
Can't we just throw them in the water and get more XP? Doesn't that work anymore?
Oh. Something's very wrong on my screen.
Wait, what's happening? Hold
Oh
on.
my god, there's
Let
a
me-
cop stretching.
Wait, I want to see your stream. Hold on.
Oh,
my
my god.
Oh my god,
He's so
Libby's
gross
POV
looking,
is
dude.
crazy.
Ew, he's like a bug.
Holy shit.
Go play Drains. Enjoy, Blast. Thank you so much for the
That's really
resub. I
funny.
appreciate it, and it helps a
Stop.
lot.
Get off the barn. Ew.
That's
Order
gross.
breakfast, dude. Get some burger and then share because I want burger.
Burger. Hamburger.
Retro checking in. Let's go.
Alright, we have exactly like 20 packets. Are we out of wheat? No, we still have wheat. Okay.
We
Should
still
I
got weed,
get
and
some?
then I got more planted over here. It just can't grow because it's
Uh,
curfew, or not curfew. It's
Yeah.
you know what I'm talking about. It's that time of the night when time stops.
Yeah, I get it.
Fine, I'll get you a burger. It'll cost me $300 to ship it. Whatever.
I'm
You might as well just send me the money for the burger.
Barn.
Dude, it's still insane how much the shipping is for the laptop. Look
Yeah,
at these
oh,
two
yeah.
goobers just on the phones nonstop.
I'm trying to figure out
Ellie,
where
Ellie,
the
look
mushroom
look
guy
me.
is.
This is how you were standing next to each other.
That's crazy. It's literally like Gen Z in a nutshell.
not hanging out, just on our phones.
Hey, Nibby, how's it going?
Oh, do we do the,
Oh, you know,
do we
Wait,
do
let me
the
text
console command for the trash, or do we pick it up
What's the
ourselves?
command?
we should just be clear trashing. Or
How do I open the
Yeah.
console?
Control C?
No.
Nah, it's different on European keyboards. Let me check.
Oh, I'm sorry.
what-
I tabbed back into the game and should punch the fuck out of you. I'm sorry.
That
It looked actually so funny.
Foxy press
Because
the
I'm
button
standing beside. Yeah.
for that wavy line, whatever it's called.
What fucking wavy line?
The
The
wavy
squiggle.
line, the squiggle. This
I'm
one.
not doing
What is it?
anything.
What
I'm
the
gonna
fuck is it called? The
I'm gonna
tilde?
check my key
Tilde,
binds.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, maybe you
Squiggle.
changed the keybinds. I don't know. Also, hi retro.
Thank you, Retro,
Retro,
for the
thank you for
drink.
hydrate. I'll do that in a moment.
Oh my god, look at Retro taking care of all of us. Thank you.
It doesn't say anything about console.
Hi Sable. I'm not addicted. I swear I can stop whenever I want.
Okay, close the game.
Drink water, you dehydrated.
I'm mid collab. What do you mean?
What are you talking about?
What do you mean? Are you guys not real? Am I playing this by myself and I'm just telling myself it's okay because I have two of my friends playing with me?
It's
Mm, well, you do live in an asylum.
Okay, done.
Damn it.
Ellie,
Oh, you did it? Oh yeah, nice.
We're
the button
clean.
was
Ooh. Why is it on ooh?
Yes.
I don't
Was that
know.
not?
I think I rebound. Yeah, I think it was ooh actually. Now that I think about it.
Retro, I'm not having water. I'm having energy drink.
Thank you, retro. I'm drinking tea.
Drink.
Are we going to bed?
I wanna murder the cops.
Bed,
In-game.
bed, bed, bed.
Ooh. I'm asleep with Nibby.
Dude, look how much money we made.
Dude,
And we needed like what, 200 kush?
did you say two?
And
200?
boss at 2.
Did you
Yeah,
say
that's how much we needed.
200?
Yeah, it was 200.
Yeah, so we need
total.
every day 200 Kirschnibby.
Chop,
Also, oh my god, I just realized you look like a Pizza Hut employee.
You do.
Don't fucking say that to me, man.
No. Pizza Hut is actually goated in Germany.
It's so shit here.
I never had Pizza
Well,
Hut.
You want to get
we
some
don't
Pizza
have-
Hut, Ellie?
Yeah.
And then watch
You
the
make-
Backrooms movie?
You
Hell
make everything
yeah.
out of cardboard here.
Oh, I should.
Dude, I definitely
It's far
wanna
away.
watch it. I found my golden skateboard.
There we go. I think that's okay enough for the truck.
Nibby's Pizza Hut employee and Ellie's McDonald's employee. True. What am I? Chat, what am I?
With 0 fashion sense.
Guys, it's raining.
It is.
my god, it's
Oh
very
my god,
relaxing.
Yeah. I like it.
Nice.
Rain dance. Uns. Your Burger King with a crown. Let's go. Just don't let me on the airplane.
What you gonna do on the plane?
Flying to Japan.
Hell yeah.
And hopefully not getting shot down. Guys. Be right back.
Get out of the car.
Sorry.
What the fuck?
Sorry.
Okay, 1 hour. I can wait that long. I would just pack these in the meantime.
Do we have anything illegal in the trunk?
Maybe you should check.
no.
I didn't check.
In case I get stopped, you know?
Yeah. Maybe check.
Which day is it? It's Thursday. Fuck.
That's a good day for selling things at
Oh,
the
we
pawn
have
shop.
ads starting soon. I'm sorry.
9!
9.
All my homies hate ads.
We really do.
In number 15. Here we go. We got more blue quality. Now I'm gonna reset all of this up. With my sprinkler. Ooh, wait, we get notifications for the deliveries now?
That's so
Oh, that's
cool.
I bought
Balls.
some baggies.
I also
Hell
bought
yeah.
something.
Would you
Nice
buy?
balls, Fuzzy.
Oh.
Damn.
Um,
Thank you, Dodger. I'll look at them later.
Guys, I bought a thing.
yeah, would you... Oh my god.
What?
You know, we can
You know what?
spray
Th-
paint
this
it
is,
now,
This is my favorite car, so I'm not mad about
Same.
it.
right?
Wait, we can spray paint it? Let me cook.
Yeah, we
Let
can
me cook.
customize our vans now.
Yeah, let me cook. Let me do that.
Okay, I got all your
Nice, Rhea.
babies
Holy
moved
hell.
in.
It's okay, Fuzzy. It's just cold. I understand.
A bit chilly
Wait,
out
no.
here. I don't remember where I put my sprinkler. Where's my sprinkler? Ah, sprinkler.
Oh, I'm stupid. There we go. Okay,
Maybe I do it like...
man. We're never gonna get taken serious in this town. Man.
Alright.
did he already get all the baggies?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Chat, I need your idea. What should be the other side of a van? Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
A horse cock.
That giant horse lamp.
My favorite bookmark ever. I don't like it when it gets too quiet, because you know someone's doing up to some bullshit right now.
I'm trying to do math, and I think I'm starting.
Oh my god, yes, retro!
Oh my god. That poop thing! I love it!
Oh god.
I locked in for that one, okay?
Wait, it's so cute. You actually did really well. Look at the poop.
It's so detailed. So cute.
That's my legacy as an upcoming artist, you know, poop.
Oh boy.
I don't want to flex, but I did this. Whoa! I did this
Oh,
without
that's
a
so
drawing
cool.
tablet. Ooh.
By the way, NPCs can get hit by that lightning.
Oh hell yeah.
Wow, I
Can we
wanna
get
see
hit by
that.
lightning?
I don't remember if we can get hit, but I know the NPCs can, and they die when they do.
Oh,
That poop is your watermark? No
I
way.
love that.
Okay, we need 200 kush for tonight.
Yeah.
I
be
can
okay.
can
Nice.
we take a break tonight?
No.
I'm trying to I really I want to figure out how to use this fuck ass sprinkler.
I mean, I can do. Oh, the sprinkle stuff. Okay, yeah. Let's take a break then. I think we have enough
Yeah,
anyway.
we should have enough for
Yeah,
tonight.
we have enough. And tomorrow we just take a break from selling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fountain Scientist Scott. Hi, tomato juice. Welcome in.
I think I made this okay. I'll just have to manually water the ones in the front.
Can we
Or-
just not get like another sprinkler?
Or,
No,
you know,
if
we like...
this
buy
sprinkler
another
waters the 8 adjacent spots, but if I filled the 8th spot, I can't access anything.
Oh, okay.
So if I do it like this, then we can have a whole extra grow pot, and I just have to manually water 2 of them instead of 8.
Okay, that sounds good.
Chat, exclamation mark, join.
Rigged.
Tomato juice, thank you for the follow. I
rigged it.
Rigged
appreciate it.
anyways.
Rigged it.
Like, hold on.
I'm just jealous.
You mean jealous?
Like, watch.
I'm
Gamble.
jealous of my
Ball.
big points.
Gamble.
No. No.
Watch me run right now because it's rigged. Just you wait.
Oh my god, you can somewhat drift with a van.
Oh yeah, when it's raining, the roads get slippery.
Wait, does that work with the skateboard as well?
Yeah, yeah, you can spin out on your skateboard.
Okay, I'm
You
need
can
to
Tokyo
finish
drift
packing
all over the place
immediately.
now.
Oh my god.
Guys, how much money are we fine living with if we were to do a big purchase?
I'll keep
Theoretically.
packing if you want to go skateboard.
Are we
it's
fine
okay.
with 10k?
It's okay. I mean, yeah, we're fine. It's not like we
Good.
have employees to just fucking pay anyways.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Yeah, it's not like we have employees.
We have someone
Ellie,
who
do you
does
hear
it
that?
for
That sounds.
free.
Ellie, do you hear that? That sounds like Nibby's complaining.
I'm not. I love it here. I love it here. I love it here. You know what? I love it here so much. Would you do me the greatest favor and maybe give me some more fertilizer?
Yeah, I'm on my way.
Thank you.
I feel bad. You know you can go outside. Like, it's fine. I can do plant stuff too.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah,
Which one? The
no.
extra long life?
The green one.
Or the green one? How many? They stop.
Wait, did you say extra long life?
I thought you meant the soil. How much
I need-
fertilizer? Say stop. Say stop.
Hang on. I need to look at your screen.
Say stop.
Okay, stop. Oh my god, stop. God.
I need the van.
Where did you park it?
Where's the van?
The car?
Forgot.
Oh
Let
my
me get the van.
God.
Where are vehicles?
Where are both? Like, where are our cars? Oh, I see the van.
Yeah, let me grab the van. Let me grab the van.
Where did? Oh yeah, okay, you do it then. Where's our other car though?
I think at the dealership.
Oh my god.
Also, can one of you accept all the deals and put them for like the latest?
Oh, you.
Thank you. Put it all in your pocket. I don't have that much space in my pocket, Retro.
That's why I've seen the fuck ass van drive by with the graffiti on it.
Do you like it?
It's beautiful.
Oh my god, Tokyo Drift.
Okay, Ellie, I'm getting you something to store the packed weed in.
Oh, okay.
I'm getting you a fat shelf that has 20 slots.
What?
Wow. Sluts?
You spoil
Yeah.
me. 20 slots just for me?
Yeah.
I love it. I love
Yeah.
it here. Best game ever. Is it this?
Look,
Oh, wait, that's cool.
right?
Holy shit.
And then that way we can put all of the packed weed in there, and you guys.
Oh
Can
my
just
god, the
grab
van
it straight
has so
from
much
there.
space.
Holy shit. Yeah, the van is great. It's my favorite car in this game.
Chat, do you like the painting on the van? You better say yes.
Let's see. Oh, so that's how it works.
Right? It's
Cute.
nice.
I like it.
All we have to do is push the button.
That's cool.
Figure out how to optimize it better eventually.
Yes, perfect. Chat, you gotta tell me if there's no game sound, by the way. I just noticed that.
We've been playing without game audio.
Yeah.
Both of you?
It was muted. It was muted in
Oh my
OBS.
goodness.
Mm-hmm. Professional streamers. Fuck, dude.
At least you didn't blast anyone's ears out with your game audio like me.
You know, Schedule 1 is loud sometimes.
It is, especially like when you first started up.
Delivery!
Hello?
Oh Jesus! Wait, not like.
Oh no!
God, not like this.
No! Oh.
I cannot get outside.
We can't. Wait, I can access the trunk. Hang on, I got it.
Oh yeah, but like, how do we unstuck the car if none of us can go outside?
Sorry guys, I got the waifu with me.
Oh,
You
I'm
know,
outside.
wait, hang
Okay,
on.
I'm outside. Why is the
Can
police
you get
here?
it off the trash
Why
can?
is the police here?
What do you mean?
He's arresting me, shoot him!
I can't get around the fucking Cherry.
Well, he's dead. Why are the police here?
Get the
Are there more
man
coming?
out.
Rip Benji. I'm sorry, Benji, but it had to be done.
Oh, good. I can get the last of the stuff out. Can you? Did he have a gun on him? Maybe.
Oh shit.
Probably.
Ah!
Oh my fucking
Yeah.
god.
Well,
This is good for the listen. This is good for the feng shui. Okay.
uh-huh.
I don't think this is good for the feng shui at all. I don't think Yumi would approve of this.
Oh my god.
Oh, okay. You know what?
Well. You know what? Don't touch it.
Your parking skills are just like your roadkill skills. Thank you. Ah.
Do you take this?
Okay.
I tried to drink, and I just saw Nibby jumping against the truck non-stop.
Oh, thank God.
Really
Oh my god, dude.
All right.
I was parked.
Well, we got a new gun now.
Anyways, Foxy, would you like to look at the new improved storage shelf for ready to go
Yeah,
weed?
look at it.
1 second. I got so many notifications.
That was funny. All right, I guess I'm gonna start
Ja, vad looks sick!
healing a couple things.
Thank you. I will use
Hopefully without getting caught this time.
it. Wait, don't sell yet.
I mean,
Oh,
it's
actually, we
not-
can.
Yeah.
I love the sound of the rain.
I love it.
You did such a
Same.
good
Oh,
job
it
on
looks
the
so
sound
pretty
design.
as well.
It's beautiful.
Just like you. Ahaha.
Shut up.
Ahaha.
Disgusting.
Shut up, she says as she grips the fucking handle of her knife.
Oh, hello, police.
Yeah.
Wait, is that police car empty?
Oh yeah, sometimes they just get out and leave their cars. Honestly though, the cop that came to the barn might have been in that car.
Yeah, I think so too. That's what I take away from this. Okay, nobody's here.
Chat, why is this game such a vibe with a thunderstorm?
It's really nice. Hello. What the?
Ha! Whew.
I like that they take out umbrellas now.
Yeah, same.
I can't
The
wait
immersion.
until we can have them.
This game is so realistic. Why is there a graffiti which just says cock?
Why are you questioning it?
I'm just surprised, you know?
I don't think our van is any better.
Well, our van is creative.
Yeah. But so is Cock.
Oh.
Hi, Peggy. Do you live up to your name? I'd love to find out.
You will. You definitely just made at least one person with chat curious about. Pegging.
What's that? Explain it to me.
I'm bad in explaining.
I take a physical demonstration.
Oh. Boy! I wanna gamble!
Gamble.
I don't wanna lose my points.
Gamble all.
No, I don't wanna lose.
Then just, I don't know, just don't lose.
Hello.
Hello. Oh, there's a cop. Dude, the weather is so loud.
You should be able to turn it down.
It didn't change. Oh, weather. Oh, much better.
I like the rain sound, actually. It's very nice.
Same. Makes me want to play Minecraft with mods. Hi, Yumi.
Yumi, hello!
Yumi!
Ah,
Why are you Yumi?
Whoa.
Yumi demands to save the game. Hello, Frank.
I'm surprised that we didn't get attacked by any cartel. Maybe they know we killed cops and they're scared now.
Yeah, but I think they kill cops too.
They do, yeah.
Yeah, but like, they think about it. We just don't hesitate.
No, we're just homicidal.
Yeah.
I do feel like the cartel could be a bit better fleshed out, honestly.
Yeah.
I hope he updates it soon. I think Tyler said that he wants to update it. He wants to like flesh out both the cartel system and make the police scarier, and like have like a heat system and like property raids and stuff.
Let's just stop farting.
It was a good walk, hell yeah.
Why do we have a cop next to the barn?
Because there's a dead
Because
one over there.
Benji is
Oh!
dead. That's the one that tried to arrest you and I killed him.
Wasn't me, it said retro. Wait, how did he get the van out?
You watched me do it.
I did?
You fucking...
Nibby is a gamer like that.
I was busy checking our
Foxy.
stash, you know?
Foxy. Foxy, I had that parked. Foxy, I parked the van. Foxy, why is the van no longer parked in the correct spot?
What do you mean? It's in the parking spot.
No,
just says parking.
that's a delivery spot.
It says parking
It's gotta
to me.
be... No. Oh my god.
Guys, this is all well and
You
nice.
you
but
saw
where's-
how nicely I had it parked, right?
Yeah, I saw. But like, where's our other car?
Is it not at the...
At the dealership.
Is it?
Not
Okay.
at the car wash?
I don't know. I'm just wondering what happened to it. Why are you?
That's
Can I pull you
not
out
where you
of the car,
park. That's
GTA
the
style?
delivery spot.
We have 2, okay?
Yeah, but we need both.
No, we need them.
Thank you, Yumi. Ow, what the fuck?
sorry.
What the?
What the fuck?
Did that push you through the fence?
Did what the hell?
You should eat more. Like, look how. Oh my god! I
Oh
just
my god,
parked
please,
this!
for the love of God, stop touching
Oh,
the van.
oh, she gets to be upset when she parks in it again. You know what? I'm going to bed.
Yeah, maybe it's time for
I'm
sleep,
going to
guys.
bed.
I think
I'm
it's
cranky. I'm going to bed.
time. Cranky Frank. you happen to be related?
Perhaps.
No, only if 154, gosh. Retro, what the fuck?
Do we stop sales today? Or
Should park the van on Lily's bed. You're right.
Saved. Ah. What a lovely day. Time to commit some crimes.
It's fun pushing the button. Right?
Guys,
It is.
can
I'm
I
sorry,
spend
I
a
took
good
that away
chunk
from
of,
you.
can I
No, it's okay. It's
can
fun.
can I spend a good chunk of our money?
What are you gonna spend it on?
Property.
Okay.
property or a business?
Property.
Okay.
Warehouse?
I'm fine with the warehouse.
Warehouse? Warehouse? Warehouse?
Oh man, we have 64 bucks on our bank account. But we
Oh
don't
my
know
god,
how
it
much.
was so dirt poor!
We had 50k! Okay, well,
Okay. I just have to let
It's
this
a-
weed finish growing and get
I
it
got
moved.
21 grand in cash. Don't worry about it.
Oh. We're fine then.
Yeah.
Do you want help putting it in the ATM?
Yes and no, because we are capped with the ATM for this week.
I
I'm
thought it was
laundering,
per
like,
player.
as well. Yeah, it is per player.
Oh, was
though.
it?
Huh.
Oh, wait, let me check.
I could put 10K
No, I'm capped.
in.
Unless he changed
It
it.
says capped. It says capped to me.
I kept mine out earlier. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's like shared now. I don't know.
They want Kush.
Oh my god, get in.
We do. Okay, this is
You're not fancy. Retro, what the fuck? I know how to manage money. Look, I bought us a property and we still have $20,000. 21,000 in need. 21,919, okay? We have money.
I mean, yeah, we're good on money.
Look at Retro trying to stir drama. Freaking proximity chat right there.
Love that guy.
I love him so much.
Same. Hi Crow, how are you doing? I got Folly on Warframe, take with one hand. Wait, what? Dude, have you seen the trailer they posted? That shit is badass. But just remember, the game is 18 plus. For the Runa Prime, yeah, dude, it looks so fucking sick.
Jesus Christ! It made like 80 miles.
Wait, where are you
Okay.
going?
I'm just getting the van set up there so I can put a bunch of stuff in it.
Oh yeah, that's why I got the car as well. Should I buy another van?
I don't know if we got van money right now.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I got
And
20k.
I want to get more pots and racks and lights and stuff.
Yeah. Can we do the trash command real quick?
Jesus, I didn't realize I was making such a pile there.
Yeah,
Oh my
it's
God,
huge.
you fell down. Oh, we took wheat off now, right?
Did we? No, people.
I think so. I'm just doing the last few we have, you know?
Okay. Everything should be unlisted now.
Yeah.
I will be the driver.
Okay. We have a few of our shells.
Okay, I'm gonna package these ones as well.
Yeah, the reason Letty was in that, right? No, I don't. I don't know much about Warframe lore. But I think it's a cool game.
It's very cool. I wish I could play it, but it's too fast paced.
Can I show
That's
you
fair.
the latest trailer they dropped for the new frame?
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it after
It looks-
stream though. I don't want to
It's
have internet
badass as
issues.
fuck.
I want to see it though.
I could watch it later on stream.
Yeah. Oh. I'm on. Thanks for sharing. I appreciate that.
That's insane. Oh, I'm gonna drive. No. she stole the truck, the van,
It's probably better that way.
my poop mobile.
Your poop mobile. Your no balls free Yitties poop mobile.
Free kitties. Where are you going? By the way.
Sure, Amon, send me a picture.
Hi, Tama.
Jesus, I can't even order baggies because we're so broke. I'm gonna go get them in person, I guess. Jesus. Hi, Tama.
We're fucking broke, dude.
We're so
Insane.
broke right now.
I'm
It's okay,
working
we'll
on
make
at
it
10 p.m.
back.
this time. Let's go, progress. Tama's sleep
Okay,
schedule is
van's
worse
empty.
than mine.
Yeah.
Hi, Merpy, welcome in first time chat. Yeah, we got the Dookie mobile. Look. Hi, Adam.
Dookie Mobile is crazy.
Thank you for the first time chat. Anyway, look at my shit mobile. Is fucking insane.
Well, at least they immediately know what they're getting into. A whole lot of bullshit.
Didn't you have a sleep call? No, he was working and I was making food, so I wasn't on at my PC. Oh, you mean Retro and Chew?
Oh, I can't even deposit. Shit, I forgot.
We're so fucking poor.
Bro, I...
Wait,
Whatever, I guess.
what about the laundry, like the money laundering?
Yeah, I started it last night before we went to bed. So it's still going.
Oh, yeah. It's her own fault.
Why you put in that pattern of UV lamps? Fuck it, we ball. That's entirely why. Also, you just you pissed off a cop back there.
Oh my goodness.
That's fine. I don't have a warning.
Oh,
I don't
Jesus
either.
Christ. I wish they would. Don't come back.
They come back to finish the job.
God.
I need to hold the handbrake, otherwise the car's rolling.
Is it? It shouldn't.
Okay,
Just
I'm
get
holding.
out of it.
I'm letting go. No, I'm letting go.
Get out of it.
No!
Okay.
I want to drive. Free Yiddies! Free Yiddies! Poop!
God. Okay, we should probably do a night of
Yeah.
deals where we deal out of the barn again, so we don't have to move this much fucking weed
Yeah,
across town.
You know what? I'ma start selling again. Just to get
Let me get the
good
last of
idea.
this packed up.
Imagine the entire van is filled with weed and when it gets busted.
Yeah,
let me get
that's
rid
what
of
I'm
this.
afraid of.
Yeah.
Because right in
we
front
don't
of the
want that.
warehouse is a checkpoint.
Yeah.
Okay, and that should be it for baggies, so I'm gonna put that in there. Move the last of this.
Okay.
I'm gonna grab my gun.
If she had busted, you go to a year 3000. Wait, what do you mean? Meh, meh.
Meep, meep.
It's a song. Oh, I can't sing.
Ready.
Let's go. Oh, lights. You know, safety first.
You got your seatbelt on, Ray?
Yeah,
Why'd you hesitate?
I checked.
Oh, okay. I see.
Can we honk?
Yeah.
Oh, do we have anything illegal with us?
No, there shouldn't be anything illegal in there. Just hope they don't bug out, because I don't think I have my weapons with me.
We're not doing shit.
Okay. Don't bug out, don't bug out. Where are you going? Oh my god, don't bug out. Don't bug out, don't bug out. On your way. Okay, Schlosser.
Ah,
Wanted!
Why are you wanted?
Just get in there, just get in there! Come at me, officers! Bitch!
Oh, y'all be safe.
Bitch ass cops! Fuck you! I've escaped into the woods. They don't know where I am.
I shot one.
Not the be escaping and Foxy just
No!
got
In the
a
woods.
murder spree.
I got arrested.
No!
No! What did you have on you?
20k.
Okay, hopefully they won't take too much.
Oh, $200. Yo, it's worth it.
Hey! Easy.
Damn.
Oh,
You heard it
Found
here,
a-
guys. Crime is worth.
found graffiti of a huge cock.
Oh Shane, thank you so much for the 7 months resub. Thank you. Oh my god, guys, we're close to completing the daily goal. Only 200 bucks fine is like nothing. Yeah, right? Fuck.
English.
I'm at the warehouse, but no van.
You mean?
Game Moogle, thank you for the follow. How are you doing?
I'm just wait here.
What the dog doing?
Thank
Hi,
you, Moogle,
Tamed
for the
Moogle.
follow.
Thank you, thank you.
Guys, I want fries.
Me too.
I don't have money. I want Burger King, dude. I'm just waiting at this point that Greasy just comes in here and it's like, yeah, I made burger again. Here's a picture.
Man. Did you see the
Would
burgers
too.
he made yesterday? They look
Yeah.
so good.
He always sends them to me because he knows I get upset. You have a Burger King crown, just walk in and demand. I can't! I mean, I have a Burger King nearby, but I don't have the money for it. Why are the lights off?
Why
Because I haven't
are
turned them on yet.
NPCs lagging?
Give a season's fries from Five Guys. I do have a Five Guys here, but like, yeah, I didn't get paid yet. I gotta wait a couple days. Number 15, a Burger King foot lettuce. The last thing you want on your Burger King burger is someone else's foot fungus.
You right.
So Nibby, I'm here to protect. Look.
Oh. Looks like
Who got
working it. It looks like you're jorking it.
Look! You know, the worst part is I have funk playing right now. This makes it so much harder. Guys, don't judge me. I'm having a main character moment. I'm feeling
Insane.
powerful.
Insane
God.
behavior.
No. Wait, just watch my stream and have a sound on, okay?
We have anything left here? How are you, Ellie? I'm pretty good.
Straight jorking it.
Doing pretty good. How are you, Fuzzy?
Look at Ellie having a normal conversation while we are joking it.
For once,
We-
it's the other way around.
Hold on.
Yeah, y'all be
Yeah.
safe though. Like, y'all be safe.
Hi, Fox. I'm good. How are you?
How are I love how it's how are you, Ellie? How are you, Foxy? How are you, Tia Nibbles? Hey!
Wait.
Don't
here.
don't look, she
Maybe-
says. Don't
maybe-
look, she says. And then she runs right in front of me and just whips it out. Just starts
Wait, what is she
straight
whipping
in
out?
front of me.
You know
Maybe check the shelf. Check the shelf.
Why am I
Just
asking?
wait till Ellie comes over.
I don't think I want to.
No, you should come over. We
Come
wanna show you
over
something
where?
cool.
To the warehouse.
Warehouse. Maybe grab the gun. Do it.
No. I'm setting up our home.
Imagine how cool we would look like.
Ooh, you're right. What, just jorking
Ellie,
it
are you
in front
coming
of her?
over? Yeah, just
I'm
in front of
dealing,
her.
bro.
Dude, just come over.
So how are you doing it? Like,
You crouch and then just spam right click and look down. Just hold V. Just hold V and look at yourself.
hang on, let me just
Okay. Well, look. This is how it looked like. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Look.
Watching
my
your guys'
God.
stream is insane.
If you have a main character.
I just want to say,
You're just jealous because you couldn't jog it with Nibby and me.
it's okay. I'll do it later by myself. How God intended.
Loser.
My God, dude.
The golden gun is like 25k, bruh.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're way too poor for that now.
I just got a few mags for the freaking police gun. Watch my clips. Watch my clips. Maybe should I get the van back to the house?
Should be able to make it without encountering any cops. Do you think we have enough storage?
I mean, we can buy more if we really need
No,
to.
no. Come here. Come here and look. Do you think we, you think we got enough?
There's still some space over here.
Oh shit, you're right.
Guys, be right back. I have to pee.
Go piss, girl.
Oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God.
Well, that didn't sound good. Oh, don't look at me.
No, it's because she just went AFK. She's still in the van and it's slowly drifting
Oh, no.
towards the water.
I told her to get out of the van.
Trying to body block the van.
Oh my God.
Well, okay, I think it stopped moving finally. I don't know why it drifts when she sits in it.
I guess cause the motor is still running. So it
Must
slowly inches
be.
closer. That's Yumi Yumster. My Oshi.
Yumi
My
Yoomster.
green Oshi.
Green Oshi.
Yeah.
You know that you're my piss Oshi?
Thank you. Well, you know.
You're my motivation to piss. I'm sorry.
Well, I'm glad I can contribute to that, I guess.
my healthy kidneys.
Oh, Jesus.
Yes, Yumi, what's up?
Can't it be something else? Like, other than piss? Is that all I provide? Now that I think about it. Do you watch other cow VTubers? Are you cheating on me?
Actually, no. You're the only VTuber. I don't think I even know any cow VTubers other than you. Oh God, I just heard a gunshot in the distance.
Yeah, it's scary when that happens. Hello, Philip.
Philip.
Okay, I guess he's
Standing
all
right next to You know, if you do the Cranky Frank one last, then you'll be at the warehouse.
Yeah, that's a plan.
Hey, ye-
Hello. Actually, hold on. I forgot there's one over there. Hello, Anna.
I'm back. Sorry, I also had a
Hello.
glass of milk.
with the
With piss?
you,
Did you just piss
No,
and drink?
I
I don't think that's what
separated
they
it.
mean when they say pilk.
Sounds
Bro,
better
don't
than
remind me
actual
of pilk.
though. Just saying.
You know what the worst part is? I spoke with some friends about the upcoming Donathon, right? And I was like, oh yeah, I need to find some more golds. And one of them was like, why don't you drink pilk again?
I mean, yeah. Valid. Okay, we're done.
Bench time.
I'm traumatized from pilk.
Valid. You like the setup so far?
It's cute. I like it.
I'm gonna put another section of pots and everything
Yeah.
here. And then your big storage thing's gonna be here for your packing.
Hell yeah.
Hey,
I like
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Damn, you have so much storage.
Yeah,
What the
we
fuck?
have so much. I'm not even gonna bring all of it back from the barn. We have so much.
That's crazy.
Oh my god.
What the fuck?
Why is it every time we leave you with one of the vehicles
why?
this happens?
It wasn't me! It was normal when I
Why?
left it!
Why?
I turned my back for a second and... Okay.
Get in there.
Why are...
Stop,
He's
stop
jorking it.
watching me.
Get in the warehouse.
Oh my god.
It looks really bad if you sit in one of the corners.
What the fuck happened?
Oh,
Did you
she
just
came.
shoot at her?
she came.
Where's the cock chair?
I was
Oh, I
aiming at the bomb.
haven't brought it over yet.
I guess I'll use
Hi,
the cock
Chewie, how
table.
are you? Whoa. What's with all those emotes? Damn.
Oh, cute.
Chewie.
Hello, Chewie.
I
British.
approve of those emotes. So guys, go follow Chewie. He's having a big stream next week. I'm just not saying what.
Why
So I
do
don't
you
know
have
if he's
to
fine
go?
with that.
Bench.
Alright, you two do your thing.
Stop jorking it.
Why?
Make me!
I will. How much money do you got on you right now?
21,000. What about you?
This
I'm
is
not telling
weirdly
you that.
arousing.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Oh my god, what if we set up the barn to be like completely automated to like produce kush for us? So like just have a few employees, we just deliver sometimes seeds to them.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you're trying to put me out of a job.
You can do math.
No, you're still gonna work here in the main area, but like the barn, you know, just like a side hustle.
You could also, go outside and deal if you really wanted to.
I don't want to go outside and deal.
Remember, she's shy, she doesn't like to leave the house.
I understand.
Chewie, can you get us all some fries? Like, can you go and make us some? By the way, I'm waiting on you all to sleep.
I am
okay.
sleepy. You know what? I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go check to see if my salmon's thawed.
Okay.
Alright.
Be right back.
And Forza free, let's go.
Hell yeah. We're doing
Do we,
good.
do we even still unlock things at this point?
I think a couple of weapons for sure. Wait. Let
Where's
me
my-
put
where's my
this here
skateboard?
real quick. Get the rest.
That's not my skateboard. It's also not my skateboard. Huh. That's not my skateboard. Yeah. Oh, it's Saturday.
Let's go. I just realized I can minimize this too.
Oh.
There we go. Oh, I think you have the golden skateboard, right? Or do you have something
Yeah.
else? Yeah, your skateboard is
Golden.
here in the barn.
Oh. Nice. Hi.
Hello. Oh,
Damn, look at all the weapons we got.
right?
Hmm.
We've got a lot of weapons.
We really do. Like the entire van is filled with guns.
Drink water, you dehydrated. Thanks.
I'll drink. Thank you, Fuzzy.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Don't sound too excited.
Welcome back, Nippy.
Jesus.
Welcome back, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Ellie's
What
so
I miss?
cool when she acts moody.
She's so
Insane.
chill with it. Hello. Hello.
Hi. Hello.
Emma, you got the stuff?
Yeah, look in the trunk.
Okay. Oh shit.
I'm an arms dealer now.
Why is
Thanks,
there a
man.
single? Oh, that's the mega beam. Okay.
Oh god, I forgot how horrifying taking Yoomster was. Oh Jesus. Oh my god. I'm so fucking
God, how?
scared.
Wait.
How bad is it?
Let
A
me
little
smoke this shit.
zombie-like and
I don't know.
mobs.
Oh, gee.
Oh,
Right?
I'm taking one. I'm
Yeah,
taking one.
I
Monster.
forgot. I forgot we turned green.
Right? I'll go get us some cuke.
Oh God!
I like it.
I'm terrified by it.
At least I'm not bald. Do you have arms in your van? Selling them.
Come in. Hello. Here you go. Oh wait, we had a cuke in here.
We did, yeah.
Do we want to bring the trash can for meetings?
Yes.
Yeah, we kind
Yeah?
of need it, right? I'm gonna take it.
Okay. Oh. I trust you. I entrust you with it. Hey.
Hi.
Your eye kind of peeks out of your sunglasses now.
What does Demi do again?
Demi?
You should take it.
I'll take it.
I don't remember what Demi does.
Go, go, go. Smoke it. Business racism against goblins? Yeah, I agree.
I love being green. What do
Oh.
you mean? Oh,
Oh,
okay. I see. Yeah. All right. That's what Demi does.
Wow. The pot on your head is fucking
so
massive.
big.
now.
Ow. Why?
Sorry.
Wow.
Watch my
Oh,
clip.
I forgot we're not selling today. Wait.
Setup day. Anybody want to ride?
Yes! Yippee!
Well,
Passenger princess.
I guess I'm accept these.
I think once I get paid later this week, I'll get some Burger King. Or
Sounds good.
I buy oil for my deep fryer.
Oil?
Oil! I vote
like-
oil.
That's like $10, but
I like
You
oil.
should get oil. Ellie, do you want to ride?
I'm getting some crude oil for my fryer, you know?
I'm in. Thank you for the Larko, Xian. I appreciate you.
Ellie, we need some cool music while driving.
You go ahead. You did cool music.
Why are we wanted?
I-
Why are we wanted? Who's wanted?
Wait, why are we wanted?
Why are we wanted?
I'm not.
I'm not. You're the only one wanted.
Did you
I don't
hit
have the
someone?
wanted status though.
Wait. Me
Then we're
neither.
not wanted.
Where do you see
Unless
that
we
we're
search our
wanted?
property.
No, I don't have the wanted status, but the exclamation points appeared above their heads.
I didn't see that.
I don't have it. Maybe.
The fuck?
I'm not wanted.
being-
Why did
Are
they
you,
hit?
are you being paranoid again?
Sorry, I forgot to take my meds.
You silly.
Ah,
Wait,
shit.
this is terrible.
Wait, should we shoot them?
We might have to, because it breaks every time we try to go through. Jesus Christ!
Okay, you can go.
Good stuff.
Shit.
Fuck ass van, dude. Okay.
Shit.
Killed. He freaking one-shot me.
Wait, what?
I'm dead.
Oh my god.
Uh,
I guess we hold our meetings here. Oh my god.
And there's one.
I'm coming back. I got 2 pistols now. I'm doing akimbo power.
Shit.
Are you fine? Are you good? Are you good? Are you good?
Shit, no! I just got sandwiched. No!
No! Where are you?
Swear
I'm
to
coming back, I'm coming back.
Where's my weapon?
Yippee!
Oh my god, we're gonna have so many guns now.
Jesus Christ.
Look at this guy here.
Hey man. Hey yo,
Oh,
dog.
He wants a free sample.
Do we have any to give him?
No.
Uh,
But you got fertilizer in the car.
we have some drugs here.
Look at this guy. He looks kind of. Oh.
Benzie's dealer, Benzie's dealer.
Oh!
Yeah! Get that influence down. What the
Did
fuck?
I have to
Yo.
mag dump him? No.
Holy shit.
He had some Granddaddy purple.
Nice.
Hey,
Oh, he's gone. Shit.
he just
Hey,
got
you-
fucking mag dumped by 2 people.
Damn. Chat, are you proud of us?
You're gonna put him up like an effigy.
Oh, we should. It's a shame his body disappears.
Right.
So, did we just kill every single cop because there are no reinforcements?
At least we killed all of them in the area.
Let's see if more come now. You have some ammo for me?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, here. Put it in here.
Oh, thank you. So, investigating. Oh, there we come.
Oh. Ellie,
Don't have
prepare!
they don't have any evidence. I don't have a gun, bro. I
Whoa!
need a gun.
Damn! Damn!
Where are the guns? Here.
This
You have
copy
one?
has one.
Guys, are we terrorists?
No.
No way.
We're business people.
Ellie, come get your gun.
I mean, think about it, right? If we're killing all the cops, we don't have to worry about patrols.
I mean, they still show up, right?
Yeah, they'll
Still-
respawn eventually.
Yeah. It's like the NPC, like the normal NPCs. They just respawn. Who are you shooting at?
I want to
Civilians.
palm
She's
the
gone.
cops.
She's gone mad. Need this blockade to despawn. So I can
Guys,
get
I'm
the car
trying to be
past
on
it.
the news, okay?
Yeah, I can
I
tell.
think, I definitely think we're on the news. He's throwing them
And I'm proud of you for
getting
jumping.
rid
I'm
of
highly
evidence.
pleased.
Nobody will ever find
Where are
out.
the cops? Guys, I think we killed them all. There are no cops coming.
Good.
We did it! We saved the town!
Yay!
Yeah.
Now they can all get
what we call
highly
it.
addicted.
Yippee!
Yahoo!
That's
No,
what
we're missing
gonna
one
call
thing.
it.
Ellie, grab some bodies.
I put them all
Give
in
them
the water.
concrete feet.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, give them concrete feet.
Sleeping with the fishes.
They do.
How do I turn on my light again?
F.
For
Thanks.
flashlight.
Ooh.
You not lower the barricade? No.
How do I do that?
Me.
Just drive here on the side.
Can't. I
Yeah.
don't. Can I get through there?
Yeah, here. If you go here, down here. Yeah, where there's a rock. So like, maybe down here. Yeah, I
Oh.
believe. Wait, I'm gonna help with my weight.
This might be a front-wheel drive car. There's no power in the back. The car's stuck.
Okay, leave a car. Leave a car. Yeah, you see that?
Oh,
Look.
keep going.
Look.
Keep going. Keep going.
Whoa.
Oh,
It's the maximum here.
Good enough. Oh my god, Gamba type, everyone type exclamation mark, join in the chat. Go, 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 go.
whatever you do, don't get in that car
Why?
because when you get out, you fall through the map.
Oh jeez. She did it.
Anyway.
It's
I love how I know, I know
that is
what happens.
insane.
To the... You can get through here.
I fixed it!
Hell yeah!
Let's go!
Wait, don't go out. Don't go to the second one. There, we're gonna get delivery tomorrow there.
Oh.
Ow. Good enough.
Science, Mr. White. It's so dark in here.
Yeah, we gotta get some lights.
Yeah.
Also, did you want this here or somewhere else?
No, I
The-
want
the
to hear.
big
I want to
store.
hear.
Maybe. I don't think we got enough shelves.
No, I think we got enough.
Are you sure? I mean, we're
We're
still
kind of
space,
short
you know?
on them, but we'll make it work.
Yeah.
What?
I mean, we can put some up here in the corner.
Okay.
Why are your eyes just permanently closed? What's going on with you?
Oh, why are yours closed?
She's tweaking.
Wait, Foxy.
Yours are closed
come
too.
here. What?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
sunglasses
we
on.
don't see your
Oh yeah,
eyes.
yeah.
Wait, why are
No,
our
eyes are
eyes
open.
closed?
Wait.
Oh yeah, mine are closed too. What the fuck?
We're so eepers.
I think we're
How do I
just
access
tired
my
of
inventory again? Oh. Wait.
This. Oh, yours are open. Why? Why are we? Are we just
What did
blind?
we do to deserve blindness?
What did we do? I'm gonna need to smoke
Guys,
one for that
guys.
one.
Can you log the fuck in?
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
trying, man. I'm
You won the
trying.
point. I'm trying smokes. I wanna smoke some stuff.
Oh, my eyes are open. It opened
mine?
my eyes. I don't think. Oh, there we go. They're open again.
Yay! We can see.
We can see. See, guys, drugs fix everything.
Weed fixes all of life's problems.
Indeed.
Mm.
Are you smoking?
Oh, okay.
Nope. Oh my, what a large crown you have.
It's massive.
Jesse, we need to cook.
Okay, I'm
Oh, this is so trippy.
Real quick.
Well, this guy's so pretty. I'll go and hunt for Benzies.
Okay, have fun.
I can't see shit. It's so dark.
It's so blurry for me. I should have drank. Oh, there we go. Should have drunk a Coke before I went.
Kook. Aha. Oh, there are some cops. Not much longer.
It's here, open
can hear the
fire.
Oh boy.
Oh my god.
I feel safe. Thank you for making the
nice
streets feel
neighborhood.
safe.
Of course. Ellie,
What?
you see this?
What the fuck? Damn.
Is that the weed?
I don't know what makes you float, but it's funny.
Dude, I'm him.
You are him.
Dude! I'm like on top of this, like, our very first apartment.
Same, Yumi. I would like some as well.
Really gaining superpowers. Yeah, guys, I'm him! I'm gonna put on the
Apparently.
mask.
You kill enough cops, you get superpowers.
Hell yeah. Just like in real life.
Whoa!
I'm kidding.
You're vigilante now. No, I'm a villain. Hey guys, I don't think there are any cops
All
left.
right. Yeah, I haven't seen any yet. Okay, the deal's
Well,
not
any
done for
alive
tonight.
ones. So maybe this is a great song for Lily right now. Wait, was?
What song is playing?
Which song?
Free Fallen was
Oh
playing.
my god. I love that. That is perfect.
I got Alpha Wolf Akudama playing.
Crazy. Hey, Queso.
So
Where?
The graffiti
Over
of
there.
him.
Oh. The river we.
Hell
I I shifted it around a little bit
Oh,
so you
thank
guys
you.
don't have to go in so far.
Yeah, I guess baggies can be.
So you're listening to Alpha Wolf music while gaining superpowers? Exactly.
That's how it goes.
Cheese.
Cheese.
What if I kill the mayor?
He would just respawn, right?
Yeah.
I don't think he's
Yo,
like
he
a
had
special
$63.
NPC.
Drink water, you dehydrated bitch.
Thank you, Fuzzy.
What do you think we break the game if we kill every single NPC?
I think we'd be poor if we killed all the NPCs.
Yeah, I think so too.
We got 21k in my inventory. I'm laundering more money.
Oh, we have so much more stuff in the trunk here.
Mhm.
Yeah, guys,
my
I checked
chat
the
is
entire
gonna-
town. There are no cops left.
Did we really kill all of them? That's crazy.
Yeah. Thank you for the hydrate, Fuzzy. Guys, the city is a safe place now for drug dealers. Everyone gets water. I have an energy drink.
Thank you, Fuzzy. Okay.
We gotta pawn off some of these guns.
Yeah.
What day is it? Sunday? Okay, we'll pawn them off on Thursday because he's easier to haggle with.
Oh. Dude, look at this Amazon locker.
Leave the locker alone.
By the way, I was talking to my chat earlier about it before we started the call. Should I open a PO box and then everyone can send me their favorite alcohol and I do like a test stream? Should I do that?
Can you,
Do they allow that in PO boxes?
you
gotta read the
mail
rules.
it like that?
I mean, if I give them my ID, they know I can receive that shit.
I guess.
Oh, Yumi, yes!
Wait, they do?
Yeah,
There's
it's coming
no
out
way.
soon.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, that's one of my
Like of the
comfort
OG of the-
movies.
Of the OG one?
I love
Yeah.
it.
Damn.
Oh, I hope they don't fuck it up. Because that one is so iconic. I
Same.
don't want it to be fucked up by a stupid sequel.
Some people get sent to a shit on knives. And before I have like a Russian viewer who's sending me like an AK and I'm getting arrested. Why are your eyes closed again?
Oh my god, why? You know
I'm
what?
sleepy. That's why.
Me to be sleepy.
Sleepy.
You know what fixes that? They're still closed. What the fuck? Why? Why?
Well, about with fixing stuff.
Keepers.
Well, it's time to... Guess I'm gonna smoke some of this.
Wait, the Benzis are owning the mansion, right?
I awake.
yeah,
Yeah.
We should raid them.
can't.
I was
Aww.
about to say can
We can get rid of them.
We can just blow them up.
And
We
then
should
they
kill
fix
them.
up the manor, and then we can buy it.
True.
Wait, that's a thing?
Yeah.
How? I want to do it.
We gotta follow the main storyline.
What part are we on?
What part are we on? What do we gotta do? I think
we are
just
at the
unlock everything.
point where we have to lower for all the sections of town, we have to lower the cartel influence, and sell to everybody in town and have all the dealers and everything unlocked. And then we get the call saying, hey, you want to get rid of the Benzies? And then we go.
Nippy, make more
Yeah.
drugs.
I'm working on it, I'm getting soil.
Like a
You're so mean to
workhorse.
me.
Don't soil yourself. Make drugs.
What the fuck?
You're so mean to me.
Do you want to see Yumi? I still have it here. Hold on. I'll show you. Look. That's the handle of the new katana.
He's showing it to her.
Yeah.
But Dictator, listen, I'm just thinking about ways how to get rid of our competition.
Hello, Juicy Plum Girl. I'm sorry you just come to lark while this is on the screen. I'm gonna get rid of it.
Guys, the cops are back.
Hello, hello. Wait, I'm gonna throw
Should I get
something
rid
at
of
you
them?
as well. Yes.
Really?
Oh, yep, she's getting rid of them.
Okay.
I'm heading over to the warehouse to get some more grow pots, and I just hear bang, bang, bang.
Oh my god. Are you serious, Yumi? Do you not see it? Like, does that not look sus as hell?
Horse cock. Imagine joining the stream right now and like
They really
hear
don't-
Ellie
really?
talking about horse cock. I'm just waiting that Kana appears now. I'm
It's
just
a
waiting for it.
normal weapon on Final Fantasy 14. It's a weapon, guys.
Oh no.
I swear this is not modded. Looks like my chance is crazy. Oh, I don't have. Okay. Where's my drugs?
Yumi is too innocent. Yumi doesn't see it.
Honestly, that's fair. I wish I didn't see it.
Right.
Wait. Oh. Wait, why do I get the vehicle
Whoa,
pop up?
there are cops
Hold on.
outside the property, Nibby.
Yeah.
What the f-
Well, there were.
There were.
Anyways.
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go.
How did that lessen the Benzi's influence, though? Is that a thing? Killing cops?
No, I just want to be
maybe-
safe.
Maybe one of them was a dealer. Who knows?
Oh.
You know, just get like 6 cops. Could be that we're all dead again.
You get their guns.
Yeah, and I used them, and when I throw them away because I needed more. How much did we get for one gun?
Are they expensive?
Depends on what. It depends on what day of the week you haggle at the pawn shop for.
Why do I get
Just don't-
the vehicle? Oh my god.
Just don't sell him anything before Thursday, because that's the best day.
Oh, okay. Can we use this as fertilizer?
Oh yeah, Juicy. I just didn't want to interrupt the other two.
Maybe? Can we use
I
this as
apologize.
fertilizer?
Oh,
Why are your eyes closed?
I'm tired. Leave me alone.
Yay! Pretty sure
Right,
this is
is
good
there-
for business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't question it. Don't question it.
Okay, I
Open
won't.
like
your
that.
eyes.
I
Ominous
wish I
radio
could. Hold
chatter.
on. I will. Give me just a second. I gotta smoke something. Apparently, that's the only way to fix it. Wait, there we go. My eyes
Guys,
are
Ellie's
open.
doing drugs on street. Oh my god. Ellie Redacted is doing drugs on stream. Uh-oh.
My God.
What's new?
My drug OG.
Free itties.
You're welcome, Juicy. You're very welcome.
What do we need next, by the way?
What do you mean?
Like, do we need to buy anything?
We need to sell a lot of drugs before we start buying things again.
Yeah.
I mean, I got 15k with me. Just wait for Monday, and I can put 10k into a thingy.
Am I crazy? Where's... Where is this bitch? Oh, okay, you know what? Nothing. This game is fucking with me.
Wow. Oh no, we got ads.
Hello, Imperfect Teddy. How are you doing?
My god, teddy bear.
Teddy bear. Oh, ads should be over.
Wanna buy
They're
something?
stinky.
Another teddy, yeah. We have like 3 teddies in total here.
Hell yeah. More!
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 Sure, why not? At some point it has to work, right?
Surely.
Surely.
That one's...
I'll take my chances.
So you're adding radiation to the soil? Don't tell them, that's my secret ingredient.
Mmm, yummy radiation.
Mmm.
Can I eat the uranium pellets?
Only
Sure.
if you share. You have to share with Ellie though.
Yeah,
I'm okay,
yeah.
thank you. You can have them all.
Oh my god, Ellie. If I buy stuff for 30 euros at Kaufland, I get a free pack of Hanuta.
What? Like a free 10-pack?
Yeah.
Holy shit, bro. I'm
For
jealous.
Well, I'll send you a screenshot.
Maybe those are only like the best sweets ever.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like those and toffee are my absolute favorite. How you been? I've been good. How about you, Teddy Bear? Have you been well?
Here. Ellie, check the group chat.
I can't look at it. Otherwise I want some. I'm looking at
Just
it.
look at it.
Look.
Yeah, I will. I'm weak. Yeah,
I
oh my
want
god,
that.
they're so good. They're so good.
It's so
Look like
fucking
little
good, Nippy.
Nutella sandwiches.
Yeah, exactly.
They are. It's the same company.
Oh my god, I want to eat that. I want that right
We're gonna have to send you a care package at some point with all like the
Yeah.
foods that we talk about that you can't have.
Man, US doesn't get shit.
Fox, guess what? What better, bro? No! Thank
Get
you for the
fucked.
13 biddies, but no! Don't you guys get started with that stuff?
I think it's already happening.
You know,
Excellent,
if it
thank
would
you,
be
Yumi.
6 or 7 subs, you know, I wouldn't mind that.
Just been gaming and trying to relax. Nice. That sounds pretty chill. I hope the
That sounds
relaxing
chill.
works out though. Oh. Maybe not kill myself right now, thank you.
Yeah, no, don't do it.
What you doing up there?
All the things. Bye, Juicy. Good luck with work.
Thank you for the 13 biddies, battle bro.
Ha ha.
No, you gotta, like, you know, You gotta
Say
say it how
13,
it is.
yeah.
No. You don't have to add them together.
Imagine Yumi deleting a bit notification.
Damn.
Yumi.
Damn, toxic.
No, Battle Bro, don't do that here.
And a few for Ellie.
Thank you for the 14
Battle
biddies
Bro is
because I
like-
can't do math.
Battle Bros like,
Where's
hey,
the-
here, I have a donation for you. And Yumi's like, fuck that.
Sure,
Thank you,
Juicy.
Yumi.
I'll send you a whole crate of just piss. I got. What are you doing up there?
Damn.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Mother. Just kidding.
I'm sorry.
I was aura farming, okay?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't see you in time.
No, I'm checking the Kaufland app. I want to check if I got oil on discount.
Looking over her kingdom, I guess. Oh
my God, Ellie.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not fully set up, but look.
The big bucket of Montes on discount starting on Thursday.
Oh my god. I love this. That looks good. I like it. So you're just gonna have to water this one, right? And that's it?
No, they all good.
Oh no, this one. Wow, cool. What a
Yeah.
gamer.
When are you
Now I don't
offering
have
me
to
some awesome
spend all the extra
services?
time manually watering everything.
Very
Wait, what are you
cool.
talking about, Mirain?
I want to click on this button right now.
Do it.
And then I just gotta finish this section with the better grow pots and the rest of the suspension and the lights, and then we'll have 2 sections for weed, which means I can make more than 200 a day.
Hell yeah. I like this
Look-
personal touch of a dead cop right here. It's very cute.
Yeah.
Also,
Very
Nibby up
demure.
there with her eyes closed, just looking down at us. That's like some mad scientist vibe, you know? Look at her.
And I dozed off while watching
Can you,
my.
can you do like an evil laugh?
No, not on command.
Oh,
Not for free.
I thought you were cool. Wait, I mean, Battlebro gave you biddies.
Yeah, but Battlebro didn't ask for it.
Battlebro asked for it.
It's too
She
late.
just
The
said she
moment's
gives
passed.
someone a crate of pills. So I'm wondering when you start to offer that.
Yeah, when?
What? Are you?
I'm gonna just like order from Ellie and resell.
Damn, reseller.
Oh
Nah.
my god.
Business
that's
idea.
bad.
Just be happy, you know, someone's buying your supply. What's wrong with
Yeah.
that? Just put a new label on it, you know?
Wait.
Does this look menacing?
Yeah, really it does.
Dude! Oh, that's a
Wait,
ghost.
I wanna look at one of your streams. Hold on. Don't shoot at me.
And at the same time, it almost kind of looks like with the smoke, it almost kind of looks like you're showering up there.
Don't look.
Wait, is there a glass
shy.
between us?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a glass here. What the fuck? Stop
Oh.
shooting at me. Yeah, there's
Oh.
glass. See?
Dude.
Oh. We should eat.
Okay. Look at us going to bed at a reasonable time. That's insane. What happened?
We need to start selling again.
Yeah. We got weed now.
POV caveman discovers glass. Wait, what? The rain!
I deposited money.
Maybe you gotta open your eyes to see the rain.
No, I can feel it. I can feel it.
Yeah, at least eyes are normal
Oh,
again.
my eyes are normal again. Holy shit.
I'm just permanently tired, I guess.
Maybe you have to
Nibby
go
needs
to
a
bed
lobotomy.
high.
What? I don't think you lobotomize. You're not a doctor.
I got you. Come here.
Thank you. Thank you. Alright, I'm ready.
You hit me.
Get out of the way!
I'm ready.
I got you. Okay, one more.
Am I fixed?
Oh shit.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Maybe that. Wow. I'm dead too. Okay.
Oh, guys, my medical bills were $138. They took all of my money.
Wait, why was yours so low? I had 250.
I also had
Because
250.
that was all of my money.
Oh.
Oh.
Man, your eyes still moving.
Look on the balance. I put some money in the ATM.
Yeah.
I failed as a doctor. I'm gonna go kill myself.
No, come back. No.
Such a
We
bad
could Tokyo
doctor.
drift through the town. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god.
Oh my god.
Yeah, the cops are driving on our property.
Yo, what the fuck?
Yeah, they opened like the gate and stuff.
No
what do you
way.
mean?
What do you mean they opened the gate? It's a restricted area.
It's private property. They can't come in without a warrant.
What the hell?
I know my rights.
Now the car despawned. What the fuck? Maybe can you shoot me quick? Or beat me up?
Why?
Because I'm 1 HP.
Never mind. Ellie
Why am I
happily
doing
did it.
it? Stop shooting!
I asked Nibby to do that.
But
Okay,
I want to
well,
punch.
come here, sleepy
what's
time.
wrong with me fisting you? What the hell?
You didn't ask for consent.
It's over.
That's wild. The thunderstorms in this game sound so cozy.
Can we turn on sales again?
Yeah.
Do we have product?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we can expect around 200 a day.
And that's with the
Actually-
clients we have now?
Yeah, actually, we should do that with a barn, you know? But we set up automation there for basic kush, so we can focus on like the fancy stuff here in the warehouse.
Yeah.
So you're telling me I just set all of this up and you want to move it to the barn?
Well, I mentioned it earlier already, and you were like, "No, I
Don't
don't
look at
want to be
me.
jobless."
Don't look at me. Don't look at me. Don't look at me. I need my privacy right now.
I mean, I mentioned it earlier, and you said no.
Yeah, I
don't
said
wanna be
no.
jobless.
I'm gonna buy
Yeah,
more
maybe.
scissors. I'm tired of this.
Wait.
I want to help.
I'll go and set something up at the barn. Oh, there's a cop outside.
She just wants to replace me. It's fine.
That's crazy. You are unreplaceable. You're replaceable? What's the proper word for that?
I think eerie.
But one cop opened the freaking umbrella when she died.
Oh.
I don't think you sell scissors, do you? No.
Oh my god, raffle! Gamba time! Ah! I need to join.
I'm sorry.
I need to join.
Did you just fucking cream your pants?
Yeah.
What's new?
Let me be, okay?
Alright. To each their own.
I'm not stinky, guys. I showered. Smell like flowers and that stuff.
Stinker.
Nuh-uh!
Stinker.
Says one with eyes closed.
Yeah. I can smell.
Oh my god, I won!
What's the dish of the
dish.
day?
At least piss.
What?
What? What?
I
You
don't
hit
think.
me.
You know what? Sure.
Hello, Blackbird. How are you? Jesus.
Oh my god, that was loud.
Bryce!
I
I was
think-
so
I
fucking
think
close
it's
to us, dude.
Oh my god!
Take it back. Maybe
God,
the thunderstorms aren't cozy in this game.
Jesus.
I think it hit like next to the warehouse.
It hit.
Did it
I
hit
think
somebody
it hit
out
the-
there?
That one guy was like super scared suddenly.
I think it hit the warehouse. Honestly. That's
Oh.
crazy.
Damn, you can
Strong
throw
I
far.
am. Yeah, look how strong I am. I'm so swole. Okay, after this, we're gonna need more weed seeds because I'm gonna be out.
I'll get us some seeds.
You
I will be the seed collector.
okay? If that's the
Okay.
title you want.
Don't make it weird.
Wait, what's wrong with that?
Wow, can I not fit? I can't find the hole, guys. There we go.
Ah,
Okay, it happens. Don't tell anyone, but
which
neither can
seeds
I.
do you want?
Oh, gee. Unless you want to start selling like Granddaddy or something.
No, I don't have a granddad.
Okay.
Where's Westbridge?
West.
The bridge in the
Motherfucker.
the bridge in the west. It's Westwell all over again.
Hi, gay badass Dark Lord. How are you doing?
I love that name so much still.
Oh my god.
Yeah, why is that
Powerful
not your
name.
name, huh?
I don't know. I guess I'm not badass enough.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
What if I'm not? What if I'll never be enough of a Dark Lord to be that cool?
I mean, you're gay and badass enough. I think you got good chances.
You're gay enough.
Ellie, would you like the honors of pushing the buttons again to rehydrate the
do.
plants?
How many seeds do we need?
As many as you can fit in your pockets.
Thank you.
The only one not having eyes looking at your own stock. Are you a cop? No. But when you're dumping radiation on these plants for so long, eventually your eyes melt.
Fair. And terrifying.
Hi, Greasy!
Greasy, hi! Hello!
To be a Dark Lord, you must first find the Stone of Eternity.
Oh my god!
Maybe you need
Ooh.
to find that stone.
Oh man. I'm not good at finding things.
Yeah,
I
maybe
believe
you
in
should
you.
open your fucking eyes.
I can't!
How are you all doing? We're doing good. We're doing drugs. And Nibby is blind, and Foxy is collecting seed. And
Yeah, I'm a seed
and I can't find
collector.
the hole. We're doing great.
And we are hungry.
Guys,
Yeah.
why was no one gonna
Yeah.
tell me there's spray paint out here that says legalize ranch?
You didn't realize?
No.
Oh, yeah. That. Wait, you've played this game
See?
for so
Yeah,
long.
but I always stick to the barn. I never need anything bigger than the barn because I don't
Yeah.
automate.
Look at it, guys. Legalize ranch.
I wish ranch was
If you
legalized.
can't find the hole, piss on it, and where you see bubbles, where's the hole?
Oh,
You
you're
hear that,
so
Ellie?
smart. Holy shit. What would I do without you?
What?
He's so smart.
What?
Maybe you didn't take the seeds out of the trunk.
Yeah, I did.
No, you didn't.
I did.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. I just planted them and put them on the shelf. They're on the shelf. I just put them
No,
on the shelf.
The shit box.
Yeah, the red car.
They were still in there. I took them out just now.
No, I put them. They're right here. I put them on the shelf
But,
right
yeah,
here.
but look. I have more. For some reason. Did we just
So much more.
get a duplicate glitch or something? What happened?
No, I read that from my inventory.
That's
You
crazy.
Fucker. No.
You started it. Shut up.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean I'm not gonna go crying about it.
Do we need more seeds?
No,
We
we're
need
good,
another
we're good.
trash collection. That would be great. Before
Okay.
it starts lagging anyways.
Oh, wait. Clear trash.
I'm gonna get these.
No, the body! Fuck.
The cop was trash. That's
Wait, that
so
doesn't
sad.
count as trash.
That
That's
is
crazy.
so sad.
Wow.
Foxy, Foxy, check. I did see her take over. Yeah, no, I tried to gaslight her. I just refilled the trunk with the seeds I had in my inventory. I bought like 100 total.
Insane.
Do we need
Insane
more?
behavior. Seeds?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think we have a good chunk now.
Got a good amount.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Why, do you have more?
Should I buy more?
No. We're good.
You
We're
sure?
good for now.
Hi, Nova Kitty. Welcome in. How are you doing? First time chat. Guys, say hi.
Hello. Hello, hello.
Yeah. These ones are almost done. Cozy. I've made a circle back to Hello. Hello, gay badass.
No, no worries. Welcome in.
Hello, welcome in.
Oh, Greasy's streaking.
Hey, yo. Oh, yeah,
Streaking
guys,
through the
guys,
streets.
guys. Everyone in my chat, go get your daily check-in, okay? Go to redeem the channel point. Daily check-in.
No.
Get your streak.
Did I get mine? Hold on.
Why am I getting bonked?
Do it again.
I don't deserve that.
Send her
Wait,
away.
I gotta pay taxes. I almost forgot.
Bye.
Oh,
Bye.
thank you for your taxes.
Yeah, I'm a good citizen.
Cheers. I wanna gamble.
Oh, thank you, Fuzzy and Yumi, for your taxes.
Yeah, everyone pay taxes.
Oh yeah, I gotta pay taxes as well.
Ow. Damn, you're giving Nibby money and me just a bike to the forehead? That's crazy. I can feel
I
the
want
love.
money.
The redacted stream is tax-free, true, but I want you to go to the Fish Nibbler stream and pay your taxes
It is
there like a
not
good citizen.
tax-free over here. You gotta pay your taxes.
What is it, gorgeous? Thank you. I'm actually getting a new
You
one
did?
very
Good, good,
soon. Got the debut in 2 months. In June.
It's gonna be so cool, guys. I'm excited for it.
Yeah. Same. But I still need to commission a few things.
I still gotta send you the estimate, don't I?
Yeah.
Should do that now before I forget.
Yeah. Tinted bicycles with red hair. Dude, I love red hair.
Hell yeah. One of the best hair colors, honestly.
I actually want to get red hair IRL, but like, I want to get it done professionally, you know?
That's fair.
But I don't have the money for it.
I prefer the red hair you get from henna. Because it's so pretty.
Oh, yeah. I know what you mean.
Mm-hmm.
I want to watch a Backrooms movie, dude. I don't want to wait 2 months.
Me neither. I want to watch it now.
Yeah.
Can you get
Getting
in
my
the
haircut
hole?
and
Thank
Davidson.
you.
Oh, that's so cool. I hope it turns out well. I got my hair cut, but I didn't get it dyed. Wait, Ellie, did I ever tell you? I never paid for a haircut in my life because my mom is actually a professional hairstylist.
Oh, that's cool.
Right?
Yeah, I don't think I've had my hair cut professionally for like 10 years now. I always do it myself.
I'm gonna shave my head if I don't get a haircut soon.
Oh,
Stir crazy, dude.
thank you, Nibby, but why are you asking for feed pics as payment?
Very funny. Very funny.
I knew it.
Wait, like,
I always knew it. I knew you had it in you, Libby.
I don't want your feet pics. I want your cat's feet pics. Give me those toe beans.
wait, I actually got a really cute picture of Smokey's Toby. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my
Show
god.
I
me.
wanna see.
Oh my god.
Yeah, let me find it. It's like 2 years old.
Show me them toe beans.
Let's see.
It's already.
Huh.
Okay, yeah, we can definitely start selling weed again.
Yeah, you have lots now.
Oh, but it's not Smokey, but oh my god, this is BB. Oh my god, it's not of a toe beans
them
itself, but you will see what I
beans.
mean. It's not of a toe beans, but you will like it. You will be like, oh, it's so adorable.
Easy.
W payment on God.
That's type of payment, honestly. Oh my god.
Oh.
I told you. I told you. Guys,
precious
chat,
little baby.
do you wanna see a cute picture of my cat?
You gotta show that to chat, yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay. Guys, I'm gonna show you a cute picture of my cat.
Thank you, Yumi, for the lure.
And I promise you, you will be so freaking fascinated.
God. What a cute little baby. I love cats so much.
Same. I need to adjust the size. OBS made it very big.
Remember, right click, fit the screen.
Oh. That's fine. Okay, guys, are you ready? Lurkers, you might want to check this as well. Surprise! That's one of my cats, guys. She's so pretty. She's so adorable. Look at her big round eyes, dude.
So baby.
She's like 2 kilograms because she's like very, very small. Oh, she's so cute. And she always sleeps with me in my bed. She always lays down next to my head.
So cute.
She's very adorable.
So cute.
The best part is the only white parts about her are her paws, so it looks like she's wearing socks.
She has little mittens on.
Yeah. Let me see if I can find a picture of that. But the best part is whenever I need cat pics, I just check the freaking chat history of my mom because we're just sending each other pics.
Here, Ellie, this one's for you because I know you like seeing her.
Oh my god, are you showing pictures of Miss
I
Moon?
love her.
Yeah, that was one that I got
she's
yesterday
so-
when she was
she's so
laying
cute.
on me.
Oh, she's so cute.
She's so baby sometimes. She's laying on, she's actually laying in my blankets on my bed right now.
Aww.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
I wish the lightning would hit me.
Was?
Wait, have you guys seen the new moon texture?
Yeah, it's really pretty.
Oh.
Oh, it's not just a big white dot anymore. It actually is
Yeah,
moon texture.
It has actual texture. Where is it?
Pretty.
Let me see it right now. There it is. It's very cute.
Oh my god, I found the cutest picture of Smokey ever.
The babies. Let's see, do I have any other ones that I can send you guys that doesn't have her tag in it?
I like that the stream turned into us sending each other cat pics and showing some of the chat.
I know.
Guys, do you want to see my cat pics?
I'll put one of them up. It's small.
Show the kitty. I will.
Oh, that's Ranchetta. I can't replace that image.
My wife.
Let's see.
Look at these two goobers.
Where? I have a picture of Miss Moon up on the screen.
Aww.
Here we go.
Okay, guys, are you ready for the next cat picture?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean my chat.
Oh,
Very
look at these
sorry.
I'm your
little
chat.
Tobies.
What the hell?
Literally in your chat right now. Just say you hate us.
Look,
Fine.
guys, this is Smokey. He's my
Oh
big
my
chunk.
god.
He's not overweight. He's just large. Like, actually, he's like pretty big.
He doesn't even look that large. He didn't have to
Looks like
say
a
that.
normal sized cat there.
Wait. No, I'm gonna find the picture. He's as big as a suitcase.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god!
Let me find it. Just take some
That's so
time.
rude.
No, dude, it's literally the truth.
Imagine in real life you're introducing a friend of yours to another friend. And you go like, don't worry, she's
Yes.
not fat, she just has really large bones.
She's as big as a suitcase. Good god.
Oh, I'm talking the truth. I'm telling the truth.
Hello, Einstein. Oh, I'm crying.
Okay, where's my picture? Might take a moment.
Is this
Chat,
creature?
do you have animals? And if yes, what animals? I wanna know.
I told you guys I have bearded dragons.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Bearded
I
dragons.
didn't know that.
I knew that.
Yeah.
You don't talk about
Their
them
name-
much, though.
No. They don't,
They don't
honestly,
talk
they
much?
don't do much. But one is a old man. He doesn't move around very much anymore. And the
Oh,
other
your mom is
one
here.
was,
Oh.
hi mom! I love you, mom!
Hi, Nibby's mom.
Hello.
Hi,
He looks like my
Midgy.
grandkitty, yeah. But yeah, I got one bearded dragon. He's old, so he doesn't move around very much anymore. And
Aw.
another one that we rescued from a neglectful home, but he doesn't handle very well, so he just stays in his tank most of the time.
Oh.
He's got trauma. But it's okay, he's
Oh,
got
no.
toys and enrichment. I've been here for 2 and I didn't know? Oh my god.
Oh no.
I saw you killing pups.
I'm sorry about the
My-
topics we discussed.
Uh-oh, Nibby. She saw you
Come
killing
on.
pups.
She saw us
Oh,
killing
no.
cops.
My mom has a cat, but I couldn't say my cat because I was often. Aw. My mom says hi too. Hi, Mitty's mom.
Hello, Mitty's mom. Oh.
Surprised Eddie didn't ask if she's single.
Why would I?
You should be proud of Ellie for showing
I-
restraint.
I don't know Mitty that well, so I can't joke around like that.
She saw
I don't
me
know.
do countless horrors. She saw me grow, distribute weed, kill cops, throw them in the throw them in the fucking reservoir. Oh,
Oh, look,
God.
Ellie, you can't ask.
Is she single? Is she
Without
married or
hesitation.
happily married? Damn it.
I'm still trying to find this one picture of Smokey.
Is it the one where Smokey's as big as the suitcase?
Yeah.
That's so rude. I can't believe you say that about
I can't believe you would say that about your cat.
It's the truth.
Our house, our house. In the middle of our house, our house.
What's in the middle of our house?
Our house.
trash can?
Believe it or not, it
Oh.
well,
Well.
Well,
Well.
our house. In the middle
Well.
of our house. No, there's not a well in the middle of our house.
Oh. Why not?
why not?
Because we have plumbing. I don't need a well in the middle.
Yeah, but fresh
It would be
water.
cute.
Yeah, we get fresh water through the plumbing.
The cats would love
How's
a
Scary
well.
one going? We started killing cops and now we're sending each other cat pictures.
Yeah. We're decompressing after homicide.
It's a very healthy way to deal with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very healthy coping mechanisms.
And, you know, after we mag dumped into a Benzie stealer.
Come on, Smokey, where's this picture of you? Come on,
Yeah, Smokey, where is it?
you chonk. Come
My
on.
Nightbot keeps sniping your Kofi. I'm
Man.
so
You know, the problem is I don't know what the time when I took the picture, so I can't just look for the date, you know?
Not even the year?
No.
Oh, no.
I've
Honestly, it's
surprisingly
better
quite a
it
lot,
snipes
quite a
that
lot of
anyways.
soup pictures.
Soup. I want soup right now.
Soup.
Same. I want to make chicken soup, but chicken is so expensive.
Guess I got invited to the... I got invited to the beta test I wanted to join.
Wait,
Oh,
which
nice,
one?
congrats!
Hell yeah. For House Flipper Remastered.
Oh, let's go.
Oh, nice!
I love that game.
It's such a comforting game.
Wait,
to
it just
play,
got
honestly.
accepted to one as well.
Hey, let's
what?
go!
It's Cooking
Wait,
Simulator
did I-
2.
did I- Did I get Aw,
You
I
guys
didn't
should
get
try to get a
accepted
key
any.
for it because it is multiplayer.
For what, Cooking Simulator 2?
Yeah, it's called Cooking Simulator 2 Better Together, and I just got a key for it.
Do I just
So-
like request? Wait, where
I
do I do that?
requested it from Keymailer. You know that
Can
website?
you send me the link?
Hold on.
No,
Hold on, I got
I'm
you.
still looking for the picture.
Basically, it's like a website where you just sign up and, you know, link your socials and stuff, and then you can ask like game developers for keys for games that are coming out.
Oh,
I'm gonna
that's
put
so
it here.
cool.
I have
Gotta write
two
that down.
websites like that. I'm gonna send you guys both.
Hell yeah.
Hold on. I think
Where's that smoky picture? I can't find it.
Alpha, you got one too? Let's go. Hell fucking yeah.
let's go. Returning with the milk is crazy. There. Okay.
Ellie, I just saw your title.
Wait, what is my title? I forgot already.
Touching plants
Yeah, what's
with
the
real
title?
women.
Oh yeah. you. Okay, this is the second website. I would sign up to both because they give out keys every now and then. It's pretty nice.
Oh, I've heard of Lurkit.
Oh yeah, I'm using Lurkit.
Yeah.
You know what? Perhaps I will sign up after stream today.
You should.
Come on, Smokey, where's a picture of you? I'm already in 2022.
Oh my god. It's gotta be in there somewhere.
Somewhere.
Do I have any more moon pictures that I can send you guys?
Somewhere.
It's not a moon picture, but you want to see my mom's cat
Yeah.
Yes.
being a little stinker?
Yes.
He's very handsome.
Oh wow, that is a handsome boy.
Right? Isn't he handsome?
Oh my god, he is.
Him
Thanks
and
for
his
the
brother.
Lucky.
Let me see if I have a picture of his brother. Hang on. They are very handsome little men.
Mm.
I just have to
I
shuffle
know
through
I
all the
have a
meme
picture
pictures.
somewhere.
And I know I have a picture of him in here somewhere. Somewhere in all the meme cats. Actually, you know what? I think my mom sent me a picture of him recently. Hang on.
And I'm upset that I can't find it.
Gotta be buried in there somewhere.
Somewhere. Somewhere.
God.
Somewhere. Chat, are you having a good time? Do you like us looking for animal pictures?
Are you guys having fun?
Riveting gameplay.
They've got to at least be enjoying the thunderstorm ASMR, right?
Yeah, it's pretty nice actually.
Okay, I didn't find a picture of his brother, but I'm gonna send you guys this one.
Oh god. That's so cute.
Quite a lot of cat pictures.
Nice penis, Fussy.
What the fuck?
Sorry.
What the fuck? Oh my god, guys! Exclamation mark join! Go, 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 go! We got Gamba time! I'm winning.
Damn. I could have done better.
I'm joining and I'm winning this time.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Are
I can
you?
feel it. I can feel it.
Feel it in her bones.
Never mind.
Fucking rigged.
Fucking rigged, bro.
rigged. Man, what the
It's
fuck? There's not even
rigged.
2 winners.
No, it's
fucking rigged.
What the
Because
hell,
not enough
man?
people joined. Not enough people. No, we're doing another one.
You see how
But
many
if you
people
want-
joined? Rigged.
Yeah, but
I can't believe it.
nah. Guys, exclamation mark join. Your PO box will be sent illegal materials. Remember, they will have your address.
Gotta put a return address on it.
Exactly. Oh my god, where's this fucking picture? I'm in 2020!
What? She probably scrolled right past it.
Right?
Probably did.
Probably scrolled past it 2 years ago or something. What if I leave out the return address? Ay, I got some points.
I think,
Oh, that's a nice
here it's
number.
actually the case that if you don't
Right.
have a return
like
address,
it.
they will just simply not process it. Yeah, no, I probably scrolled past it. I can't find it. Shit. Shit.
Pushing the
Okay,
button?
I guess we can continue
didn't.
with the stream.
I guess. I
guess.
suppose. If we have to, you know.
Damn,
So
was
who
the
won
water
the
that
gamba?
immersive, Ellie? Yes, it was.
Who won the gamba?
Nippy did.
Yeah,
Oh,
we can think with other
rigged!
people.
Rigged!
What?
Oh,
there
shut
were
up.
like 3 or 4
Rigged.
winners in there.
Rigged! Rigged!
It's only
Ellie, go to
rigged
sleep.
when you do it.
Sorry, I wanted to be on my cock table.
And
Leveled
Forza
up by
4.
doing nothing.
Eee. Guys, I'm gonna say something that's gonna shock you.
Yeah,
What is it?
I miss my wife.
that's crazy. You have a wife?
What the
Yeah.
fuck, Bingo? I'm not short.
That's crazy.
You are short.
Did I miss her?
Where do you put all the empty bags? Oh.
Drink water, you dehydrated.
Oh.
Hello, Momo.
Ah.
Thank you. I will hydrate. I miss my wife, Tails. Yeah.
Hello, Average. I'm tall as fuck.
Hello. I hope you're doing well. German is great.
Yeah, Eddie is German. Cheers.
I'm. You are the German one here.
You too.
Isn't
Don't
I'm
bonk me!
she, isn't she Austrian?
You're
I
not an
am.
ostrich.
What the fuck? Are you at work? Good luck with work. I hope it's going well.
Why are you looking up at me like that?
The fuck? What are you up there?
Am I not allowed to be?
No.
Not very
not
safe.
Why not?
able.
Why not?
I can see your penis.
That's yours.
Oh shit. You're right.
Like,
It's always in the way.
Fox is a rat only in Tarkov.
You play Tarkov?
Yeah. Do you?
Fuck no. Mentally, I couldn't handle that game. I'd get really mad if someone killed me.
But it's actually fun, right?
I like watching it. I like watching other people rage at it. I don't think I could do it myself.
Yeah, we can rage in Overwatch. Have it
Yeah.
installed. Should we play some Overwatch? Ellie, do you have Overwatch?
Oh, I'm
No.
sorry.
I like good games. Sorry. I didn't mean to
You
make
telling
you,
me
make you soggy.
you've heard Ellie talk shit about that game and you still have
Like, I can't believe people still ask me that question.
Ellie? Ellie?
Literally, the only Overwatch content I watch is Nibby, and that's it. And you, of course,
Ellie?
when you guys play together. What?
Ellie? Smells
What is it? You're so funny.
right?
Kill
My
myself.
mom told me the same.
Kill myself.
Yeah, well, my mom told me I was special, so I got you guys beat.
The corn. Honestly, I think the corn made Overwatch popular.
Didn't it like revolutionize animation?
It did. It did. That's
You're
the
like,
thing.
I swear I read something about that.
Overwatch revolutionized the corn animations.
That's crazy.
Funny enough, I can only name the majority of female characters. I don't know why.
That's crazy.
Oh my god, you know that video of this one guy like who never played Overwatch, like naming all the characters, you know, and like obviously like he's naming all the females, and when Anna showed up,
Uh-huh.
it was like, I don't know. And his friend was like, what do you mean she's female? And I was like, yeah, but I never gooned to her.
That's crazy.
Started with Bioshock. Oh yeah, because of Burial at Sea, right? Her Burial at Sea look. Yeah, people drool over that. It terrifies me.
Man. I low-key want to play Overwatch now.
I mean, you can switch to it if you want. I was gonna say after this day, I'm gonna hop out. Because
Oh.
the cats are hungry and so am I.
Nippy, do you want to play some Overwatch?
Maybe not today.
I found another picture of Smokey being on a suitcase, but it's not the one I had in mind.
For a watch.
It revolutionized
for a
3D
reason.
animation and fluid dynamics. I'm not surprised.
Yeah, I gotta get better pots for this side.
We can make,
Makes sense,
we
though,
can
for a
make
second.
next time we play some like lots of money.
Then
Yeah,
your
but,
pants
like,
are
look
so
at-
broken. Holy shit.
My pants?
Yeah, when you run around, your skin sticks out of them. Like, really bad.
Does it?
Yeah, like,
Wait, walk?
Wait,
Oh my god, it does. Yeah.
it's weird.
Oh
I guess the
no.
update broke something.
Stop
hang on,
wearing
you're wearing
skinny
the same-
jeans.
you're wearing the same
Wait, do
pants
you
I
see
am. Does
that?
it do it to you too? No. Looks
No.
fine.
Huh.
No, you don't
Oh
have
my-
that. Do I have it?
Now you have shorts, I don't think.
Oh, I forgot.
Oh.
It looks so stylish.
I guess you're just
my
broken
pants?
overall because your eyes are still
Yeah.
closed.
I'm still tired.
Do I go all in? Yes, go all in, battle bro. Maybe you win.
Keepers.
EP.
You just can't help it. I just, I
Nice,
Yeah,
battle bro.
I
1v all
understand.
in. Let's go. Hey, where's my skateboard?
Wherever you
One
ask,
of the
put it.
shelves, probably.
Faster, go faster. Faster! Thank you. Rug.
Right.
We're gonna be so well stocked.
Get in, please. Thank you.
What if it's shy?
Too bad. Get in.
Oh,
Oh my god.
oh, that's why. It's the AirPods grow 15% faster.
AirPods? I don't have any.
Me neither.
Me neither.
I don't get the allure of AirPods. I'd rather have something that fits on my head better.
Yep. I agree.
Look at me.
Oh, sick tricks. Oh, are you stuck?
Panda.
Don't twist your ankle.
Look at how I move.
Crooked.
Fun to play Schedule 1 again.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
forgot how cozy this game was.
But I do miss Minecraft.
Oh, speaking of, you guys should send me your Minecraft skins. So I can set
Ooh.
something up for you guys.
Okay. I might have to check later with my DMs with Pam.
I'm gonna have
Because
to
she made
see
mine.
where I saved it.
You guys want to see what I'm gonna set up for you?
Yeah, I wanna see.
Yeah.
I'm curious.
Yeah? Okay, hang on. I gotta switch my model then.
I'm hanging on.
Keep hanging on.
I'm still hanging.
Okay, keep doing that.
Oh, hi Musato with a daily check-in. Let's go. The fish nibbler.
Come look at my stream.
Whoa! Wait, that's so
Isn't that
cute.
cool?
Wait, I have
Isn't
I
that
have
cool?
1 minute delay.
Holy shit!
Let me
Wait,
refresh.
that's so cute.
Isn't it so cool?
Oh my god, that's so cute!
Oh my god.
It's
Are you
like
reading
it's a
somewhat?
free. It's a free model that somebody put up on Twitter, and
Wait, is it
you can-
3D?
Yeah, you can
Holy
or not. No,
shit.
it's not 3D. It's a 2D. It's a 2D model, but you can put your own skin on it, and like it crouches and it can jump, and
Wait.
it's so fucking
It
cool,
looks like
Oh my
it
god!
looks like
I love
3D.
this.
right? Doesn't it?
That's so cool.
Wait, this is so cool.
So you guys should
I
send
will.
me
Yes,
your
yes,
Minecraft
yes.
skins.
Oh my god, I
Isn't
love
that
it.
so cool? I think he's still working on adding integration so you can have like your tools and everything held.
Mhm.
It's so cool.
Wait.
We'll send you
That's
guys
so cool, dude.
the link to the Twitter if you want. Isn't it so cool?
It
I love this.
is.
This is the coolest thing ever. Holy shit.
I need to
Switch
find my
back.
skin, dude.
Me too.
Dude.
I'm very excited for the next time that we play Minecraft.
Yeah, holy shit.
That reminds me, I need to check when I have to pay for the server again. Should be soon.
Yeah, it should be getting
It's
close.
just-
We're almost in April.
Yeah. So should we stop?
Oh yeah.
It's
You
saved.
guys are okay with it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine. I
Handy.
saved.
Okay.
me too.
Maybe Nibby's eyes will get fixed with that.
Oh, maybe I won't be so sleepy anymore.
Yeah. Falling asleep on the job, that's insane.
But I'm still getting the job done, so you can't be that mad at me.
True.
I know why I had game problems, by the way. I still had VR chat open for my
Oh
chatting.
my goodness.
Wow.
Your poor
what a
PC,
surprise.
man.
It's fine. It was just the game.
Goodness.
Let me switch to just chatting. Maybe
Yeah,
I-
Fuzzy. I'm rating.
Uh,
Oh?
Ah.
What?
Schedule 1 just crashed. But it gave me
Yeah,
a Windows error
fun.
for a moment. I was like, oh no.
Oh.
Yeah, it said like Windows Explorer not responding. And I
Oh
was
my
like,
God. That is so scary when that
Oh
happens.
my god.
Nibby, are you planning to continue?
I was debating it, but I don't know what I would switch to other than like Dead by Daylight.
Or God of War?
I
Or,
won't play God of War today.
or Resident Evil 1?
Resident Evil 1?
Yeah.
1?
We gotta catch up, dude. We gotta be ready for the collab when we play Resident Evil 5.
Not
Still
wrong.
gotta get through the other ones.
Yeah, that's why I said get Resident Evil 1. But yeah, today was
Played Resident Evil.
fun.
It was. It was. Thank you
I
for the
really
games,
enjoyed it.
guys.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out with me. It was a lot of fun. I'm gonna yap a bit longer then.
Okay. I'm gonna send my people over to you then.
Same.
Okay. Bye bye, guys. Follow Ellie and Nippy. They are amazing.
Wow.
Alright.
Do it. Bye bye.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna raid you over to Foxy. What is this background music? Holy shit. Yeah, I'm gonna raid you guys over. Thank you for hanging out with us. It was really fun. I will see you guys very soon, hopefully. And yeah, I think that's it. You guys take care. Thank you, Fuzzy. Thank you, thank you. Let me make sure I actually type her name correctly.
Dehydrated bitch.
There we go. I will hydrate. I'm gonna go eat something as well now. You guys have fun for the rest of your evening or day or whatever time zone it is for you. And yeah, I'll see you guys very soon. Bye bye.